dance to it because I'm not gonna be able to hear it. So. You did have the mic muted. So wait, they were just able to hear that? Alright. What?
That was epic.
What was epic?
Your video wasn't full screen. Can you wait?
Oh,
can you hear this? Can you hear battery right now?
I cannot hear battery right now.
Wait, is the screen share not on?
It's on. Hold up. Give me. I could leave and.
No! What a mess.
SMH. Oh well. I guess you can't hear Spotify. That's sad. Well, hey, I can see you.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not even Spotify. I'm just playing it out of like a Windows player because, you know, I edited and I just saved it. So, anyways, yeah. So this is a podcast that is happening right now.
Hello, everybody. We have killer cookies in chat already. That's nice.
What's up?
Okay. Let me go get my quick list. So first thing, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different stuff today. I have a review of Metallica's 2003 album Sin Anger, which is obviously their best album, as we all know. It's so good.
We do know that a lot.
And we got some different. We're gonna be discussing Smash and stuff later, and then ESEA, which Jackson will know about because I haven't kept up with it. I have fallen asleep during several Tf2 matches, and I don't know why.
Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to. You guys can see this, and it's really sad, but I forgot to do this. Boom. Boom. All right. Now let's make this a beautiful boy. There we go.
Okay.
All right, it's fixed. We're good.
And I have I guess we should probably get started with the
All right.
Sin Anger.
The first topic, it's going to be Sin Anger. Basically, what we're going to do is, I think Robotnick, he listened to the entire album. He has a lot of thoughts on it.
I somehow got through it. I don't know how I did it.
I did the same thing pretty much, except I was more focused on ranking the songs. So I do have some pretty sick facts, honestly, on the album that we can go over as well as you're introducing this beautiful topic. But yeah, basically, as you can see with the stream title, this podcast is basically the trial of Sin Anger. We're going to give some honest thoughts on this album that definitely exists.
I mean, that is true fact. It exists. I agree. There's no denying that. Okay. So this was, just to give some backstory to the album, this was, I believe, right after Reload, right? And it was like their biggest gap between making studio albums. And at that point, they had basically become a legendary band, you know? They could just, they could make, probably they were thinking you can make whatever we want and people will just, eat it up. It'll be the next big thing.
Let's be honest, although they cemented their legacy in the 80s already.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, they had achieved legendary status, and they did change styles with Load and Reload, and I think it was actually those were pretty good. Yep. And then we got a good gap. Wait, when was Reload? It was 19 when?
Reload was 97.
Yeah. Okay. So from 97 to 2003, right? That's a good while without making an album, and we got this.
We did.
And, well, I've written some notes, and I just figured the best way to go through the whole album is, I'll just go through it song by song. I have some notes on it of my thought process while I was, I want to say listening to the music, but it's, it's not, I don't know if I can call it music. Anyway, and I just have all these notes, so let's go and start off with the first track on the record, Frantic. Now, believe it or not, I really don't think this is that bad of a song. I actually would listen to it again. You know, riffs kind of nice, like, and when you're first listening to it, it's like that's a really interesting like guitar sound. You know, it's like kind of super aggressive. It's kind of super distorted. It's like and then the production quality not being the best kind of actually added to it a little bit. Like it just sounds, and it's just super aggressive.
So should I be? You want me to like be playing the songs in the background while you're discussing them? And,
if you want.
Okay, and all right, yeah. Just keep going. Keep going. You're good.
Honestly, this is the first track on the record, and when I listened to it, I was like, this really isn't that bad. I was like, I don't. What could be wrong? With the rest of the album. The complaints obviously being there's no solo from Kirk Hammett for some reason. I don't know why. This entire album just does not have any solos from Kirk Hammett for some reason. And I really don't understand why, because it would have improved all the songs, but I'll talk about that in the summary, because I will summarize everything at the end. Well, I mean, the whole him, the part where he's like, Fran, tick, 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 talk, that, like, when he gets super aggressive, it does kind of sound weird, and, like, you could probably find that pretty comedic, but I mean, it kind of grew on me, honestly, like, and I have written down here that the bass riffs and stuff were nice. It was pretty alright. Okay. I actually liked it a little bit.
Okay, this was actually the shortest note that I put on any single song. I ranked Frantic on this album as the third best song.
Okay.
And I said, fun song, has a few good riffs. James shines in a weird way. Oh,
okay. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of fair.
Yeah. I can go more in depth on why I said he shines in a weird way. I think that this song, like I said, it's a fun song. Like, when I listen to the song, I'm not taking it seriously. I'm not sitting here, like, going into some, like, deep, like, huge emotional connection to the song. It's just, Fran, tick, tick, tick. It's just silly, but it's a pretty fun song to listen to, honestly.
You really have to, like, take it in, you probably can't take it in the context that they were, meaning for it to be, I guess. It's supposed to be super serious, super about aggression or whatever. But I'd say it was my favorite on the album. I'll just say that. I mean, what this song suffers from, in my opinion, is it's not really its own fault. It's the production, like the snare. It suffers from the snare, which that's just universal for every song on the album. Just every song. What it suffers from, every other song suffers from, and it doesn't have like a lot of extra,
I mean, hey, anyone can be like a genius musical critic when it comes to this album. Just bring up the snare. It's terrible.
It's true. It's bad. I mean, I'm not gonna try and stay on it for too long. I do have I have one or two notes about it, but whatever. It's the production. It's it just suffers from that. All right. Next up, we got Saint Anger. The title track.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. First of all, as it's been stated, the backup vocals on this were like
it's weird,
really loud. I don't know why. It's once again it's a production thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I'd say quality-wise, like the second or third best. It's.
Okay.
I mean, it's got some interesting riffs. It's some interesting stuff. It's not necessarily like the writing isn't as bad as the other ones. The real thing with this, I also put that as a cool intro. What's really annoying is that actually this whole album, for some reason, they love like putting intros with the guitar only in the left audio channel, and it just annoys me, and I don't know why. Like this whole album does that. It's more than like the other ones that I remember anyway. It's just I don't know why it annoys me.
It's definitely fair. Hey, I'm gonna give some shout outs to chat real quick.
Alright.
Hey Suka, thanks for showing up, man. I don't know if you're still here, but thanks. And Killer Cookies, would you leave me alone about my Pink Floyd shirt, alright? I like it, okay? I'm allowed to like Pink Floyd and Metallica, alright? Leave me alone. It really hurts my feelings. I don't want to cry live on the podcast. Okay, continue.
Anyway, alright, so then this is the first song which when I was listening to it, I was still in this period of like, this really isn't that bad, I was expecting a lot worse. This song drags. It's like 7 minutes, and there's no solo. There's nothing to keep the song together. It's just repeat, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it doesn't like. I mean, it wouldn't really be that bad if they just like cut it a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. It wouldn't be as bad as it is. I mean, it's still not really that bad in the scope of this album. It's like the second best in my opinion. You know, it has it captures the whole aggression thing and all that a lot better than some of the other ones without being comedic, I'd say. Not much to say about that one either, other than it suffers from the same problems that the production problems that the other ones do. You know.
Do you want me to give my thoughts on it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so with Saint Anger, I actually have Saint Anger ranked as the best song on the album.
Yeah, that's fair.
What I said about it, and I think this is really good. Keep in mind, I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I definitely said it on the podcast, but when I made this list and I took notes, it was like 8 in the morning. I was sleep deprived. Yeah. Like I don't even remember half the notes that I took. But I said that this is like one of the few songs on the album, and by few I mean very few, like probably not really a few, like 1 or 2. Actually 2 and maybe 2. This song definitely does it, but I said this is one of the 2 songs that carries the raw emotion, like in a way that Metallica has kind of done in the past with their songs, where you really like feel a connection of some sort of like emotion with the song. And I like this. I said, what's with Metallica and like the album namesake songs on their albums being like one of the best or the best on the album? It's weird. That's what I said.
They're really good at title tracks. They're really good at title tracks.
I don't know why. Just works out. Okay, but, we have Ice Cream Man by Tyga playing. That's that's pretty much Metallica, but you know, alright, I'll play. I was actually letting that play, but go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so this was, like I said, this was the point in the album. You know, it dragging, it probably, if this was like further in the song list, I probably would have noticed it more, but I wasn't. It didn't feel as draggy as the other songs, you know?
Yeah.
So,
no, I think
that's what I had written down.
I think it's the song is too long, but you don't feel those intense effects of it dragging quite as much as the other songs. But
and then we get to the next song in the album, which is Some Kind of Monster.
Okay.
And the guitar intro, it hurt my ears. I don't like. I don't know if you can play it. It really annoyed me for some reason. Oh, these are all good songs, by the way. Please play all of them. I put that the speed was nice, which I guess, you know, the whole album's kind of raw in that way. There's this one section, and this got on my nerves, where like the guitars are playing a slow riff, but then the drums are like playing double time with double bass, and it annoyed the heck out of me, because like it's the slow like guitar riff, and then it just got on my nerves for some reason. It was like, I don't know. And then I also put in my notes that this song drags, because it does. This one's like 8 minutes, right? Some Kind of Monster?
This song is, yeah, it's over 8 minutes. About 8.5 minutes. Around there.
And once again, no solo. And so, you know,
there aren't solos in this album. It just doesn't happen.
I know. I just have to keep repeating it, because like, I want you to realize that you're just listening to like mostly repeat stuff for 8 minutes. This song could have been a lot shorter.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we go deeper, I actually do have a lot of notes that I took that are interesting about the album. So for this album, for Saint Anger, Metallica actually rented out an abandoned army barracks, and they converted it into a studio.
Okay.
And then shortly after that, they had to delay recording because the bassist at the time, Jason Newsted, he left. He never recorded a thing on this album.
Oh.
Eventually, he was replaced by Robert Trujillo. Actually, right after they released the album, Trujillo came in. Bob Rock was the bassist on this album. It's really weird. Bob Rock specifically, just some guy who's never toured with them, never done anything with them, but he recorded this album with them. So anyways, they get through that, they get Bob Rock, and then later that year, this was after they'd already delayed, like in January of 2001, I think it was like August, somewhere in that range, then they had to delay recording again because James Hetfield went to rehab for alcoholism. I mean, what's that? Yeah. What's that, by the way?
Oh, what?
Anyways, issues he had and other addictions. So I'm pretty sure that means, you know, drugs. You know. Drugs.
Yeah, maybe little drugs, you know.
A little devil's lettuce. Anyways, no. Anyways, so here, and the reason that I'm bringing this up now is whenever you were bringing up lack of solos again. So the reason that there was a lack of solos in this album, was explained by them, and they said that with this album, the sound that they wanted to go for was just a group of guys like just jamming in a garage. They didn't want it to be something that was really, very well produced. Obviously, it was not very well produced. Anyways,
yeah.
and Lars, regarding, he actually addressed the specific snare sound, where he literally just turned off the snares on his snare drum for the entire album. So here's what he said. This is a quote. "One day, I forgot to turn the snare on because I wasn't thinking about this stuff. At the playbacks, I decided I was really liking what I was hearing. It had a different ambiance." God. Yeah, it did have a different ambiance. It sang back to me in a beautiful way. That is from the mouth of Lars Ulrich. Wonderful. And he addressed the backlash about this specific sound. He stated, "It's crazy, that kind of closed-mindedness. It's crazy.
We are so
people with your closed-mindedness."
I mean,
yeah.
It could have maybe been interesting if like the miking wasn't terrible and.
Oh yeah. No. Like yeah, it's like an interesting sound. But whenever you're taking this really ambient, echoey sound of it, like they just chose to produce it in the very worst way.
I know. Also, buy a cookie, and they're leaving. And someone said, "What is this podcast?" That's a good question.
And he followed. Okay, I guess I could explain what this podcast is. So, this podcast is something that's going to talk about music, and video games, and whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And it's the Half Drunk podcast, as you can. I hope that you can read. I'm sure you can. You're smart.
I'm sure you can.
You're a smart Rasta pasta, Masta Lasta. Obviously, you can read. So it's Half Drunk because, as you can see, I'm drinking beer. Basically, I have like I don't even know what happened. My girlfriend really screwed this up. There's just a bunch of different beers on my desk. And the problem, though, with this podcast is it's only half drunk. So you have Robotnick over here on the right side.
I got freaking water. I'm sorry.
He's getting really fucked up, but it's on water. It's a different kind of fucked up.
He can't read. He can't read. Oh well.
Well, I just explained it to him since he can't read, so it's
okay. That's good.
Okay, the last thing I want to say about this album. Let's get back on track. Come on.
Yep.
Come on. What are you drunk?
I'm sorry.
What are you fucking drunk? Anyways, the album actually ended up going 2 times platinum. And in my notes,
Wait, what?
And in my notes, I said, "This is proof, in my opinion, that sales do not necessarily, in all caps, reflect quality of music." Yes, it went 2 times platinum. And
especially
the song "Saint Anger" got like a bunch of awards as well. So it's I don't know, man.
I mean, like, I guess especially like back then, like you had to actually buy the records because you couldn't just really listen to it on the internet as efficiently or whatever. So that sales especially back then didn't mean everything.
Well, I think you brought up the solid point. They had basically established themselves as metal gods at this point. So I think people, Load and Reload, were they quite what they were in the 80s? No, but like people still loved Metallica. Metallica was a beloved metal band. They were going to buy this and listen to it. Maybe once they listened to it, they hated it, but I think they hadn't done anything that was completely horrible at this point.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of why they went 2 times platinum, but it is kind of a surprising fact.
Apparently, you need to turn down the background music.
Oh, the background music is too loud. Thanks. Yeah, actually, that's.
Yes, thank you. That's his fault, though. Okay, I have nothing to do with it.
No. I mean, come on, we're both. This is a 50-50 partnership.
Hey, I mean, you got the volume on the music though.
No.
I mean, I did tell you to put it on.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Okay.
This is crazy. Okay. Can we go on like a 1 minute BRB because I've got to do something real quick. It'll be a short BRB.
All right, go ahead.
I'll let the music keep playing. And you know what? You can be the voice of God, Robotnick. If you have anything you want to say, you know, you can be the voice of God on the BRB screen. It'll be just like 1 minute, so don't leave.
I'm gonna leave. Are we back?
Yes, we are back.
Nice.
Hey,
we have fried
squid.
squid.
Fried squid,
right.
but no squid. Saint Anger is not the best album.
No, it's the best album. I don't know what you're talking about. This is clearly the best album. It is so good. Jeez, man, I love Saint Anger.
Wait. So you're a Metallica fan?
I hope so. I hope he is.
Pasta, if I may call you that.
He's not a Metallica fan if he doesn't think Saint Anger is the best album.
Yeah, you're not a real fan if you don't love Saint Anger.
Yeah, please. If you don't look at it sexually on a 24-hour basis.
Dead embryonic cells. Okay, that's not the song that I was hoping to play.
Okay. Oh, excuse me?
Sorry.
Kind of sounds like a Saint Anger song to me. All right.
So what's the next song?
We were on some kind of monster. I think I didn't have much to say about it. I also put the part where wait, actually, let me see if I can find it on the song really quick. I think it's near the end, but then again, whatever. I'm not gonna find it. The part where he says "ominous," you know, in the weird voice.
Ominous time.
Yeah.
Wait, what song is that?
That's some kind of monster.
That's some. Okay, yeah. So.
I was just like that. My ears felt violated.
Oh, I didn't give my opinions on it. So I had really short notes on this song. From here on out, I'm gonna have longer notes, honestly.
Okay.
But with Some Kind of Monster, I said that it was okay. The chorus was decent in my opinion. I think James's low growl in it's pretty cool. But I think that this song just epitomizes mediocre. And a song that epitomizes mediocre, guess where I had it ranked? Robotnick. Go ahead and take a shot in the dark where I have it ranked.
Well, let's see. How many songs are on Saint Anger again?
11, I think. Wait, let me check.
Well,
yes.
I'm gonna put it's probably top 4 then if it's mediocre because it's Saint Anger.
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay. I mean, looking at my notes, I didn't really have any specific complaints other than the fast drums with the slow guitar. And I also just put in my notes, I just put, yeah. I just had that in my notes. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that song should have been like 4 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have
that song really did drag. I can say that too.
It
was a decent song, but all they have to do is make small little tweaks, including not making it super long. That's it, and it's okay. It's a decent song, but no. I mean, like I said, it's the definition of mediocre, and I have it ranked at 4. So that kind of tells you what's gonna happen from here on out. I don't know why
that song in particular they just decided was going to be 8 minutes. Okay.
It does not deserve that amount of time.
And here we have the next song is Dirty Window. Really good title for a track, by the way. Dirty Window. I don't know why in my notes it seems like the snare rings more in this song than the other ones. I don't know if it was just me, but when I was listening to it, for some reason it just hurt my brain more than it did the other songs.
I think I can tell you why.
Why is that?
Well, in this song, here's what I said. I said the drums are particularly they're particularly annoying and distracting. There's this extra high pitch ringing and I wrote and this is sleep deprived me. I said the ringing is driving me insane from the start. I also say that James had some good moments in the song, but it's not enough to rise above to help this song be better than a bad song. I have it ranked at 9 out of 11 songs on this album.
I will also you hate it?
I do. I hate it. But James is not bad on it, and he has some really cool moments. But it's just the drumming is so horrible. It kind of emphasizes the bad parts of the snare throughout the song.
Judging by my notes, I don't think I liked some of the songwriting on it either. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't address the writing in there. I think I was just so distracted by the drums in it.
I mean, some parts of this song do kind of sound decently groovy if you're not paying attention to the drums and you're listening to the guitar. But I mean, it's nothing really special. It's nothing that gets trapped in your head.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why the horrible drums just drowns out the rest.
This
of the
song is 5 minutes. That's like an average old Metallica song.
And that's what some kind of monster should be, not this song. This song should just be deleted.
Believe it or not, I also put that this song drags too. It probably does. Like, unless I was just that tired.
It's so bad that it drags. Yeah, and I mean, it's just
5 minutes. Like every other Metallica song is that long, and it somehow manages to drag at like the same length. I don't know how.
If it drags at 5 minutes, it's a bad song.
Like what? I don't know. This is one of it's not good. Wow. What do you know?
Yeah, surprise, surprise. So yeah,
and apparently there's a laugh, some really weird laugh somewhere at some point. I wrote down that was annoying. And now, yeah, well, when I heard it, I was just like, wow, I don't want to live anymore. Okay, so we got Invisible Kid. This is the best song on the album. What can I say? This song is like what? Okay. 8 minutes. Let's just start off. 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. 8 minutes and 30 seconds of this song. Let's just start off with that. I mean, I don't know. I think the singing got on my nerves in this one. I wrote that down. And the songwriting is like, is there even words? I don't even know how to. Like what? I don't know, man. This song's also. I mean, it drags. Wow, I already said that.
Yeah. You know what's sad? You want to know where I ranked Invisible Kid?
Where is that?
5. I expected it to be a couple spots down, but the songs behind it are just so bad. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, the beginning of this song. Are you playing it?
Actually, no. Dirty Window is still playing, but let's get an Invisible Kid on here.
Please play the beginning. There's.
Oh, yes, the beginning. So you have a thought about the beginning.
Double snare fill is so annoying.
Look, here, I'm gonna read my notes verbatim. The very first sentence. I said, at this point already, and in parentheses, the 5th song, I want to strangle Lars. The snare is especially annoying in the initial intro. It's like exactly that's the very first sentence of my notes.
Yeah, I did not. I also didn't like the singing in this. Look, I wrote down. And I put the the I hurt inside thing. You know that part of the song where it's like, I hurt inside that. Oh my God, I don't even.
Yeah. Here. Okay, so I said the song does have a relatively like catchy riff and cadence through the verses. But that cadence, it really quickly becomes annoying, kind of like the snare does. And then the writing, I said, is very cringy, and it's cliche. And the cliche.
And then the part where you know the part where it's like I think it's talking from like the perspective of a mom or whatever. It's like, oh, what a good boy you are. You know that part?
Yeah.
That I was just like, make it stop.
It's weird. I say in the chorus the cliche becomes like very apparent. Like it's just like such a cliche, badly written song. I don't understand why they felt comfortable releasing it. I would like cringe at it if I were to write this.
Oh my God!
And this is the 5th best song in my opinion.
And I don't even have that many notes on it. It's just like. I also put that it was filler, which I mean, some of it pretty much is. Like you said, it's cliched. That's basically what I said. Yeah, there's not too much to say about the song. It dragged. It has bad production. Wow. Okay. Next song.
All right. Next song.
My World.
Ooh.
This song is not 8 minutes.
No.
So, the backup vocals on this thing drive me insane. They're not good. They're echoey. They're.
Yes, okay. You want to hear my first... Once again, the first sentence in my notes. Surprisingly enough, James is what's annoying me in this song. Is my first sentence in my notes. And I also noted that the repetitiveness in the song is really awful.
Yeah, it's like... This is another 5-minute song. Did I write that I wrote that this song blends. I mean... Yeah, at this point, we're like, what? This is the 6th, or wait, how many songs are we on? 1, 2...
We're
like 6
doing
songs
them in
in.
order? Are you doing them in order?
Yeah,
from...
I'm doing them in order.
This is 6.
We're 6 songs in. Everything the riffs just sound the same at this point. It doesn't sound special, and then the writing, I mean, sucker. I mean, it's like, and the vocals, I don't know why
it's weird.
they decided. And then the whispering parts. This is like, this is one of my least favorite songs on the album. Now that I'm remembering it. Oh my god, it's terrible.
I have this song ranked 10 out of 11.
Oh my god. Ooh, I wonder what your least favorite one is.
Yeah. I said this was
okay,
probably...
let me go ahead. Let me read my exact notes.
Okay,
the whispers are weird, all caps, and then the screams right after, question mark. Arg, kill me to be honest. Edgy.
Edgy.
That song is edgy. I don't know why. The other ones I didn't think were like particularly edgy in the context of it, but that one just, it hurt, dude.
My world. Okay. So I said this is probably one of the songs in this album, one of the few songs in this album, where Lars' drums are the least obnoxious. But I said the unbearable vocals and repetitive nature make this one of the worst songs on a bad album.
Yeah, it's...
And I also stated that it comes off as if it was written by a middle school student.
It really does. I guess, like you said, maybe that was the point, but it's terrible.
Yeah. It's bad. 10 out of 11 for me. Alright, let's move on!
And, we got Shoot Me Again, I Ain't Dead Yet.
Oh god. Alright.
7 minutes. I'm just saying listen, I just want to tell you the time, the you know, how long each of these songs go, because that's how long I had to listen to it, just so you...
It's grueling.
The intro, I put Shredded My Ears.
Really? Wait, the initial intro where it's like...
Yeah, the initial intro with like that. I don't even know what that is. Okay. How did they do that?
I have an interesting thing where I think that I sort of disagree to you.
That's okay.
But no. Go on.
I don't know. It was just so annoying, like, to me anyway. And I was like very tired and listening to this really annoying, like, loud.
This song kind of particularly drags, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And then I said that the riff blends, I don't even remember what it is. And then the amount of time, I just have Shoot Me Again in brackets times 9999999 because I really do say it that many times. Shoot me again. I don't know. And then the lyrics are super repetitive. It's like there's the shoot me again, I ain't dead yet. Then there's shoot me again. Then there's shoot me, take a shot.
Yeah.
It's like okay, we get it. You want us to shoot you. I want to be shot right now. Okay, this is like the perfect song for me.
Yeah, for real. So,
and then I have this is apparently halfway through the song. This is my middle note. I say it drags. I wasn't even done with the song, and I already wrote it drags. I usually wait till the end to say if it did or not, and I just put it in the middle.
I mean, it's over 7 minutes long.
And then we have this is another one of those songs that uses a weird left audio channel riff, and that got on my nerves.
Yeah.
And then this is what I put, songwriting 0. That was something I put.
Songwriting 0.
I think I also liked the ending. I don't remember what it was, but I said that I liked it. And then it ends with ear shredding, so then I instantly redacted that. I was like, okay. It ends with the intro, basically.
So, okay. Here's what I have to say about this. I ranked it number 6, so right behind Invisible Kid.
Very good song, yeah.
Very good song. You know, it's okay if you're behind Invisible Kid, then it's like.
I mean, you're probably.
Yeah, it's good. So I said that in my opinion, and I do agree, the intro is cool to me because it reminds me of System of a Down's song "War" from their very first album. Let me just play the intro to "Shoot Me Again" real quick.
Shoot me again, I ain't dead yet. That's great because I can't hear it.
Yeah, I know. I really wish you could. Okay, so that's the intro to that. Now let's listen to War's intro. Okay, well, yeah, it is similar, but it's like 10 times better, I guess. But this part.
10 times, I mean.
Honestly, if you can, you should listen to it's called War ? It's by System of a Down. Listen to the intro. You'll see what I'm saying. Like when you listen to War, like yeah, it has a similar style, but it's just 100 times better. So with Shoot Me Again, here's what I said. I said the intro's cool. It reminds me of a System of a Down song, War, but this is where the similarities to that song ends. In that, you know, War is a very good song, and this one is pretty mediocre. I said
But
overall,
they are similar, except this actually sounds good.
yeah. I said overall the song is meh. The riff coming out of the intro is decent, I guess. The verses are okay, I guess. Shoot me again, I ain't dead yet part is cringy, and the part that follows isn't much better. The song is middle of the pack on a bad album, I guess. Sorta rises above, I don't know. I said that this song is the epitome of dragging.
Oh my god, it is. And if you don't like the part where he says "shoot me again, I ain't dead yet," just turn it off. That's the rest of the song.
Yeah, it's pretty good, honestly. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I didn't like it very much, but I mean, what can I say? It's freaking Saint Anger. Okay, which by the way is the best album. Did we make that guy run off? He's not in chat anymore.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's not in, but I don't know what happened.
I guess he couldn't accept the truth that this is the best album.
I think he left because of the BRB. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably. All right. Next song on the album, Sweet Amber. This song is 5 minutes. Thank God. I'm getting it. Oh yeah, it's like this song doesn't drag as much as the other ones. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is the first time I did this. This is in my notes. I said watch an ad because I wanted to take a break. To be honest, was for a Bird Box.
So, wow, that's a good note. I'm not gonna lie. Very
cool. You don't even know. My ears were like dead, and then right when the ad came on, my ears started. I didn't have any ads.
I had that Spotify Premium. I had to sit through this.
Yeah, no, I was watching on YouTube. Shh. Okay. Oh god, I skipped to my notes. Yeah, so I watched an ad. I just wanted to note that down. That was the first time in the album I watched an entire ad. It was like 20 seconds. Which I just gave Metallica money, I guess. Yikes.
How dare you?
Yeah. And this is another song where I noted that there was a left audio channel intro that annoyed me. Probably just because I was tired. This song, apparently the mic quality, like you can hear like mic blowing, like you know how whenever you speak sometimes, like if your mic isn't like super good quality, you can just hear the it just makes a bad sound. I noticed that on the song, which is just adds to the bad production. Wait, what?
What?
Oh, okay. You said what? I was like, what?
Oh.
I didn't know where. Yeah, it added to the bad production. Was like, okay, whatever. And the backup vocals on this one, I said actually weren't that bad, as opposed to the other ones. And then it had that one section where it's kind of a callback to one with the drum beat. Thought that was pretty neat. This one, yeah, I put it on my notes. This one didn't drag as much as the other ones. It's shorter, nowhere near as annoying as the other songs. And it also ends, and this is my last note, all caps. Ends with left audio channel stuff. A. That's what I put it there.
Okay. So Sweet Amber for me, I have it ranked as number 2 on the album.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
It was close to being the best song in the album, in my opinion. I kind of went back and forth between it and Saint Anger. I said the riff in the intro was pretty cool. I said the verse is all right. What I actually liked was the bridge in the song, the part that's like, ooh, and she holds my hand. You know that part? I lie to get a smile. I kind of like that part. The chorus is pretty good too, in my opinion. I said it would be a pretty good song if not for the annoying and repetitive using what I want. That part. I said, and I said, ugh, just delete that, to be honest.
Yeah, ugh, just delete that, to be honest. If you want to know what I'm talking about, I'm glad I wrote this in my notes. If you go to the part where he says, "How sweet does it get?" You know that part.
Yeah.
You can hear the mic, like the mic problems, like I was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I was probably too tired to even think about it. I said it's one of the better songs on the album, maybe even the best. It's really close with Saint Anger. Just toss it up there, to be honest.
Once again, just like Frantic and Saint Anger, it's like, I don't know. It only suffers really from, once again, the production and just the album itself. It doesn't suffer from itself. Yeah, it doesn't suffer from itself. Okay, so going on from that, We got the unnamed feeling. And my first note, once again, watching an ad to help cleanse my ears. So I watched another ad, an entire one. I think that one was 10 seconds. And I don't like the intro apparently. Give it a listen to it again. You can play it. What is the intro? Oh, it's in the left audio channel. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm playing it.
I don't know. That kind of got on my nerves. The bass also sounds kind of weird at the start of it, but I mean, it's not really that bad.
It's weird.
It is. I don't know why. I mean, the bass was, I guess, the bass was nice on it. It's just, I don't know. And yeah, it had a left audio channel, and then there's a whisper part in this song too. I don't know why they have so many whisper sections on this album.
Gotta get those whispers in.
It was just so hard to listen to. It's just, I don't know. But which is just another problem with the album, you know.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I said about it.
I actually didn't. Okay, what?
I ranked it at 7 behind "Shoot Me Again." Here's what I said. There's some cool parts in the song. It does kind of remind me of System of a Down at a couple of parts. It's kind of weird. That's the second time that I mentioned System of a Down. But I said except those parts are done poorly. I said it just kind of feels weird. The transitions are bad. It just like transitions into all these like different like weird styles like constantly. Throughout the entire song.
Oh my god, yeah. The beginning, the "Been There Before." That is so bad.
Yeah,
oh my god.
That's what I was talking here's about. How I summed it up. I said it's a bad song with an identity crisis and multiple personality disorder. That's basically how I summed it up. Number 7.
I think his singing on this one, I put down that it kind of reminded me of Load. Like I don't think he really screams.
It's really hard to compare the vocals to any other album just because of the way it's produced, but I guess I can see that.
I don't know. It was just I said that it was refreshing, especially after all the screaming on Wireworld and all that, you know. So that you know, James gave my ears a rest. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamesy boy.
I have been there before ×6 in the middle of the song. The riff blends. What is this songwriting is what I have. I mean,
I was not even like it was just so like schizophrenic. It was weird. It was just like it just shifted styles with each verse, with each bridge, with the chorus, with the intro. It just shifted so much. I just didn't get it. It had no identity.
I'm looking at the lyrics right now, and even the lyrics just blend in me. I don't know. It's not the same as every other album, you know, as far as songwriting goes. I don't know. But okay. Yeah, I said what is the songwriting? Yeah, like I said, I said that his singing would probably be a lot better on a different song and on a different album. And then I put "Lol, kill me" to be honest again. Thank you. And then I say last part kind of undoes everything. What is the end? I forgot.
I don't remember. Let's play the last part.
Well, what's wrong with that? Hold up. What was I complaining about? I don't even know. I can't find what I was complaining. Right. Oh, was I talking about the really heavy riff part? I don't know.
I kind of like.
Oh, apparently. Wait, where's the psychotic singing? I mentioned that. Oh,
Honestly, I kind of like the ending compared to the rest of it, but it's just a bad song.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I don't know. This song didn't, yeah, like you said, it has an identity crisis. There's nothing special about it or really memorable.
Yeah.
It's just,
definitely.
Where did you put it on your thing?
Number 7.
Okay. And then we got, we have the best song on the album, which there's a lot of these apparently. Purify.
Oh, God. Okay. Here we go.
And then this is what I put, which this is joke because I know getting old. Literally watched an entire 1 minute ad because I wanted to give my ears a break.
Good joke.
Which, by the way, Unnamed Feeling was 7 minutes. I forgot to mention that it was 7 minutes. It's 7 minutes. Riff is dull and blends kill me. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I gave no like constructive criticism of the song. I said, "Oh God, I hate this song. It's really bad." Tied for last with My World. I'm listening to it right now, so maybe I'll get some other comments.
I mean, I thought that riff, like at the beginning, like at around 22 seconds, was like okay, but that's about it. The mic quality is apparently just not good. Let me take a listen.
Oh my God, it's out of tune. I'm listening to it. It's hurting me. The vocals are out of tune.
That's what I was talking about. Okay.
Oh. God.
Yeah, and there. Okay, I don't know if you noticed this, but there are some points in this song where Lars's bass, you know, his pedal, it is just louder than other parts, and it. I don't know why. It just annoyed me so much. Like it'll just get louder and then lower. It was just really taking my attention away, and then I put it drags, all caps.
It drags. It's a bad song. I hate Purify. I can't like even me, a bad singer, cannot get it as out of tune as it is. I can't replicate it. It's so bad. It's just so out of tune.
There is nothing. I mean, this song is 5 minutes, and it feels like it drags more than like some of the other songs on here. I don't know.
It's a horrible song. I think it is, in my opinion, it deserves the 11th spot, the last spot, which is where I have it at. Even though I said in the notes that it ties with.
You know what? This song needed to be 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
God, I couldn't imagine if they did that. It's unlistenable.
Yeah, there's not much to say about it other than it's just kind of really bad. It's one of the worst on the whole entire album.
Alright, so just move on to the next one. I don't want to give this song any more time. It's terrible.
We have the 8 minute and 47 second All Within My Hands.
All within my hands.
I said watching another ad, you get the drill. I put watching another ad. Well, apparently I don't like the intro. Let me listen to it.
And by the way, this is the final song on the album.
That really weird sound at the beginning, and then the really fast drums from Lars. Burr, 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 burr. Oh my God, that intro.
I like my notes on this one. So yeah, this is the final song on the album. So we're gonna be done with Saint Anger after this.
Yeah, thank God.
I said this song finishes up this bad album. Why does James have to say the titles of the song so much? It fittingly finishes off an album that makes you want to finish yourself off. And then the other note that I had was the ah! I said, what the fuck was that? Please end me. I had it slightly above the Unnamed Feeling until that part, to be honest, just die. And I have it ranked at number 8.
I have this song. This song pretty much has everything wrong with the entire album. This song is just the entire album. I mean, riff blends, backup vocals are loud. It has everything you need for a Saint Anger song. Slow part with fast drums that annoyed me. Riff is boring at the chorus. It drags, smiley face. Did I say it dragged twice? No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't like the intro. And then, you know, the drum beat at breakdown is annoying. Slow, but that's there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's this really slow drum beat, and then, like, he'll do a kick, snare, kick, like, really fast, and it just disrupts the whole thing. It just sound bad. It sounded terrible. Broken guitar thing.
I honestly think that this song could, keep in mind, I was sleep deprived when I made this list. This song could easily be 10, 11, could be towards the last. Like
it's a hard struggle for which of these songs is the worst. But
it is.
I think this song just has everything wrong with the album. And then we get to the screaming made me laugh. It made me laugh. Nothing on this album was making me like laugh, but it was like super like late. I hadn't got any sleep. I barely got any sleep the night before, and just to hear James Hetfield just screaming at the end of the song I just burst in, like, I just laughed so hard, man. I was like, why? Like, I get it, I get the whole point. It's supposed to be aggressive, but like, this is just funny. And then the ending, kill, 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 kill. Like, they're just saying the word kill. That's what they are doing. And then everyone will timestamp.
I'm playing the right now. Oh my god, it's so
and then everyone
stupid.
just timestamps it, and it's just like, this is what people think all metal music is, and it's just like, kill, kill, kill.
It's sad.
Let's see. I want to see. Let me search up the lyrics. How many times does he say kill?
This song is definitely worthy of being the worst album, or the worst song on the worst album by Metallica. Like it's
Let me see. How many times do they say kill? Okay, well, it doesn't tell me exactly how many. They definitely say kill more than that. They say kill a lot, and then it just ends with the broken chords. Like it's supposed to be like scary, like a interesting psychotic like ending. Like I get the idea. There was an idea there. Just in the context of this album, and right after a really long screamed and then kill, kill, kill. Yeah,
it's bad. All right, so that's Saint Anger. Do you have any like closing statements about the album?
I have a summary.
All right, summarize them.
Literally the first words on my summary are why. That's the first thing I wrote. So going into this album, I thought the guitar, I heard some of the riffs from like Saint Anger and Frantic, those two songs, and I was like, this kind of sounds a little interesting, sounds pretty good.
Alright.
And I thought the guitar sounds would be interesting. And then I quickly regretted that thought after the first two songs.
Yep.
Because of the guitar sound, everything blends. I cannot tell you like any riffs from any of these songs other than that one. It's like that's all I can remember.
Sorry, I had to stop that song. It was in the kill part, and he was just screaming kill, and it really like, even though I have it like kind of quiet, it was really just hurting my brain. And my brain already no worky good. So
yeah, every song on this album is twice as long as it should be. There's no solos. I mean,
no solos. It's weird.
Songwriting
you know what? It's okay if they wanted to experiment with an album, and they wanted to say, okay, we want to have like an album where we're just jamming, together in a garage, and it's just like really raw and stuff.
In my garage.
Okay, yeah, you can maybe take out the solos, but when every other aspect of each song is also horrible. You can't. It just doesn't work. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't say, "Oh, it's experimental. It's just us just jamming." No. It doesn't. It does not work.
And it's like, if you're gonna take out the solo, that's like, okay, maybe you just have a bunch of like 3 5-minute songs, but no, they like kept the same length that it would if it had a solo, and then they just like looped everything over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, like
it's just.
Think about all their stuff in the '80s. Think about Ride the Lightning. Think about Master of Puppets. Think about Injustice for All. These albums contain a lot of long songs, but
they don't feel that long because there's
you want to listen to
breakdowns.
You want to listen to these songs. If anything, even just to simplify it, forget like breaking down any of the structure. I want to listen to the songs in these albums. I don't want to listen to any of the songs in this album.
Shoot me again, I ain't dead yet.
I don't want to hear it.
I mean, like, and then this is the worst songwriting I think they've had on any album. That's just hands down, I guess. Like, that's not.
It is. It's weird. It's like, okay, load and reload. Then you jump to Saint Anger. It goes into like a bottomless pit, and then it jumps back out. And
I don't know.
And Death Magnetic's all right too. Like, it's okay.
Death Magnetic had some pretty good songwriting, actually. Yeah. I mean, like.
It's weird.
And I also put like 2 songs were like okay is what I put in my notes. Was the most tedious album I've listened to. Yeah. It really was. I don't know. Like, sometimes when I'd be listening to an entire album at once, like, I would maybe get a little bored, like, near the last 2 songs. But, like, I was bored from song 3, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was... And, some of these songs, if they were re-recorded, if they fixed the snare, if the production was better...
Okay.
Maybe they had some solos and stuff, cleaned up the guitar and all that. I think some of these songs would be pretty decent, and especially if they cut down on the length. Some of it.
Here's something that's not in my notes. If I were walking down the street and I heard these songs being played in a literal garage by a bunch of guys in their like 40s, I would say, wow, you know, wow, these guys have some talent. They can do something. You know, where's all the other work that you have? Like, do you have like an album or something I can listen to? It's like, okay, yeah, you know, they obviously are displaying that they're capable of making good music, but the songs just all sounds like so badly produced. It's just, I don't know, like it just makes you want to like wonder, does this band have like something, you know, good that they do? Because, you know, you can see that there's some talent here within this.
There's definitely talent. That's just
and some of the songs are cool in a raw form. Listening to someone play this shit in their garage, you're like, hey, that's pretty good. But that's like what I would expect, like if I just walked down my street, not, you know, Metallica, one of the most worshipped metal bands of all time, and will always be remembered as one of the biggest names in metal of all time. You know,
and then they put out this album.
Yeah, it's weird. Very weird.
I like some of the bass lines on this album, at least. I thought some of that was cool. Some of the bass
Rock's actually he's good. He's good. I would have been interested in seeing him actually join up with the band. The things that he said regarding the album was basically he's like, I've never done anything like this where like the snares, like he kind of seemed to be taken like off guard with what they chose to do with the production of the rest of the album.
I mean, like, who wouldn't though?
And maybe that's why after the album was released, he did not stay with the band.
He just dipped.
Yeah. And they found Robert Trujillo, and I think that was honestly a really good acquisition by them at that time. You know, a guy who played bass for Ozzy Osbourne, and he's a cool guy. You know, and it's awesome, and it kind of worked out. He's not a bad bassist. I don't think he's as good as Jason Newsted. I don't think he's as good as Cliff Burton, but he's good. He's a solid guy.
Yeah, I mean, they'll never replace Cliff. That's just not happening.
No. Okay, so is that it? Is that all we have to say about Saint Anger? Do you got
just
finish it up.
I don't know. It's just really sad that this is, you know, one of their that this even happened. I don't know.
This is like
there's some good. It's like hard to find the words. It is really as tragic, and you know, when you compare it to all of their other work, it's like it's not even close. I really don't know why they made the song so long and all that. And you know what boggles my mind is that there are people in the comment sections of some of these songs, like even the like Invisible Kid, mind you, or like My World or something, being like, "This is my favorite album," and I'm like,
"Yikes!
What? I don't get it." Like, like I get the whole aggressive.
Objectively, you're wrong. Basically, objectively, you are wrong. Just stop.
Like I get the aggressive tones and the whole. You know, raw nature of it could be interesting. I mean, it intrigued me for the first two songs, but that's it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, that as a concept sounds awesome. I would love Metallica. It's almost like this. When I hear that, just like a raw album where they're like jamming, like, whoa, yeah, I want to hear that album. Well, we already did hear it.
You don't want to hear that.
It's Saint Anger.
You don't want to hear that.
But I think the song links and just the way they chose to produce it, like even as like a raw album, they just produced it wrong.
Yeah, and I don't know. Just in comparison to all their work, just trash. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. If we're done with this topic, I'm gonna go in BRB, and then we'll switch topics.
All right. Yeah, I think I've said everything I need to say about this. Great album.
Great album.
What would you rate it? Wait. What would you rate it out of 10? What would you rate it out of?
Saint Anger.
Yep.
Just because it has a few good songs, I'll give it a 2. 2 out of 10.
Okay. I was thinking like a 3, just because of the 2 songs that I liked on it.
Yeah. So.
And it's, I don't know. I mean, they're both still bad scores, so it's like whatever.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages that aren't happening. But here's a BRB screen.
Yep.
All right, and we're back. What's up, everyone?
Hello. We're going to be moving on to the next topic in a second, but just wanted to clarify one thing. As I'm gonna have to repeat myself, but you know, Saint Anger did have the raw, aggressive vibes, which was, you know, should be interesting to people. But like, you know, there's so many other artists that do it so much better that you should just be listening to them at that point. Like,
yeah,
I don't really. So when people say it's their favorite album, it's like, I don't know. That's just stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, honestly. It's there's some okay songs, but nah, nah, not happening.
Yeah, as opposed to literally all of their other work. But you know, now we're gonna be talking about basically where they are now. You know, moving on from their older work and stuff. You know, they released Hardwired, 2016, which I think was actually a pretty decent album. They had Death Magnetic.
Death Magnetic. I like Death Magnetic a lot.
What year was that?
2008. I don't rank Death Magnetic very high, but at the same time, it's a good album in my opinion.
Yeah, but so you know, when they started with their thrash sound. It's just, I think over the years they've kind of proved that they can indeed make a bunch of different sounds and make it sound good. Like they started as a pure thrash band in Kill 'Em All, very raw aggression.
From 1983 and Kill 'Em All to 1984 with Ride the Lightning, a complete big shift. Both albums are good in their own right. But they
Ride the Lightning's way better, by the way.
They hit Ride the Lightning, and it's just like, wow, this is a great band at that point.
And you know, in Ride the Lightning, I felt like his squealing vocals were much more reserved and used for, you know, more dramatic effect as opposed to just being what his vocals sounded like. They were used in a way that actually complemented the songs, and it made them more, you know, interesting and like important whenever they did happen. It was a little more reserved. And then Master of Puppets, you know, they can just continued on the thrash train of having, you know, great thrash music. Some of the best, some of the most well known just ever.
Oh yeah.
Master of Puppets. You know, everyone talks about Battery, all those great songs. You know, Ride the Lightning had a bunch of good songs. It's like most of that's just legendary at this point. From the Bell Tolls, I mean, well, you know, they proved that they can do that sound very well, or at least they could back in the day. You know.
Oh yeah.
They basically all three of those albums were just legendary. Not really much filler. You know, Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets only had 8 songs each, and they were all just basically all of them were great. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really think I hate any of the songs on either of those albums.
I don't think you can hate any songs. You can say like this song isn't quite as interesting as the rest, but like none of them are bad songs, honestly.
And it was just like hit after hit, you know. Right after Dave Mustaine had left Metallica, you know, they proved they didn't, you know, that their band wasn't just relying on him. I think. Two of the most reliable.
They figured out their sound for sure.
And you know, 2 of the best thrash albums ever. And then they changed their style into Black Album, and like it was just, that was also just amazing. They changed their sound, and they still managed to be, you know, sound amazing. You know, production was great.
They adapted
songwriting
to what was mainstream at the time, and it wasn't like they went. It wasn't like they were completely mainstream or anything, but they adapted and they incorporated some more mainstream sounds into what they were doing. And James learned more of classical guitar and vocals, and incorporating that. I think they did a great job. I mean, as well as you can do. And when you start at such an unrefined sound as Kill 'Em All, and you make it to the sound of the Black Album within, you know, that's 8 years difference. It's insane. They just, you know, they showed they had incredible talent.
For the most part, I will say, you know, pretty much everyone in the band was talented, you know. But you know, Black Album, like I said, it showed they can change their sound, and then they moved on to Load and Reload, which at the time, I think, like around when it came out was when it got the most hate, right?
Load and Reload should be the Saint Anger of their discography. It should be like, these are the bad albums, you know what I mean?
Oh, these are bad albums.
But yeah, well, hey, now Load and Reload, we can appreciate them a lot more.
Yeah, and so I guess thank you, Saint Anger, for allowing people to like Load and Reload.
Yeah.
I mean, guys. You know, they even changed their sound once again to, you know, very different than anything they'd ever done before, and I think they still managed to sound very good. And
yeah, me too.
This was probably like Load and Reload, Black Album. Well, probably just Load and Reload was probably like, I think, the worst Lars did creatively with the drums. That's just my opinion, though, from what I remember. But I mean, you know, I don't know. Like Black Album, it was his more basic drumming. Like it fit a lot better, but I don't know. He just felt kind of lazy.
Yeah,
on those albums.
There's nothing about his drums that really stand out on that album. It's
and then from Load and Reload onward, there's nothing that it's not the same as it was in the thrash albums. I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's not like his stuff in the thrash albums was like amazing in comparison, but like it was better.
I think the one high point of Ulrich between Load and Reload was Fuel. I think that was a good album.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good song on the on those two albums specifically. I think that just the sheer speed in that is pretty good.
I will give him credit there. It's just I don't know, some of the tracks I don't think he tried
overall.
that much.
Yeah, nothing special.
But the guitar work was interesting. Vocals. He definitely learned how to sing. That is for sure. He
changed
his singing on Long Reload was great.
Definitely changed it up, and I like it. I like the different styles. I like them getting some like country influence, and I'm not someone who likes country, but I like that little bit of country influence within a metal, within metal. I think it sounds good in my opinion. I think it's pretty cool that they were able to bring in these different styles.
Yeah, and then they prove they can do basically all of these sounds, and then sadly from Low and Reload, we jump to Saint Anger, as we just talked about.
And you know what? I think Anthony Fantano, who I don't know. I don't know a ton about the guy, but I think he's a little bit overrated with his opinions and stuff. But I think that honestly, what he said about Saint Anger was pretty well said. In that he kind of said that, hey, this is a band who accomplished everything. They've been over the mountain of greatness. They have nowhere to go but down. Like do your best at age 40 whatever, and it doesn't matter. You're not going to be the Master of Puppets Metallica. You're not going to be you're not going to be Black Album or Ride the Lightning or any of those albums. You're not going to be that same person even if you do a good job. And they took that opportunity to it's like not only did they take a chance to just be like, hey, we want to be really experimental. We really want to say, hey, we're just gonna fucking try something weird here and see how it goes. They just did it so horribly, like in every aspect almost. Like it's just wow, it's unbelievable that they tried that.
And it's weird because I don't know why they always have to try new stuff, because even up to that point they had done a lot of sounds, the thrash, the more mainstream metal, the more they even tried country, and here they are just with the raw aggressiveness without the solos, without
in theory
the
should be pretty cool, right? When you're talking about
I mean
Metallica.
In theory I guess, but it just didn't work. But since we've spoken enough about it, after Saint Anger, then we go to Death Magnetic, and that was a great comeback. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
I remember I was in middle school when that song came out. I mean, that album. God damn it! I keep mixing up song and album. That's what happens when you get drunk. Song and album are basically the same thing. But no, really.
You said James Mustaine last time.
Oh, did I really?
Yes, it was beautiful.
All right. Anyway. Anyways, forgetting about the legend James Mustaine, let's talk about this album Death Magnetic, which of course we're not going to go in depth because we can save that for another thing. But let's kind of cover it just like we did the earlier albums. It's like I said, I was in middle school when the album came out. I was really into Metallica at the time. I'd listened to pretty much all of their discography up to that point. Except Saint Anger. It's kind of weird. I didn't listen to Saint Anger until after I listened to Death Magnetic. That's kind of a weird way to be introduced to it. But
I mean, you weren't missing much. It's all fine.
Oh no! But whenever I was introduced to it, I was like, "What is this?" But anyways, Death Magnetic was a really good. I thought it was a very solid album. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is top." It's not even a top 5 album of all time for Metallica for me. It's towards the back end, but honestly, other than Saint Anger, I think every single album is a legitimate good album. Even,
I mean,
there's
all
different
these...
degrees to good. You know what I mean? It was a good album. I liked it a lot, and at a time where I was kind of I was being introduced to music a lot. You know, I had been listening to Metallica for a few years, but I was still young. I was still really just kind of understanding what metal was and what good music was, and it was a really fun album that really had a strong effect on me, honestly, as someone growing up. It really made me love metal and that type of music a lot more.
Yeah, some things I'd like to say about it. You know, just from the first track, That Was Just Your Life. I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs. I mean, well, like maybe top 15, because I mean there's so many good songs, but I think that is one of the, if not the best songs on the album. And then you know, it starts with that, it gets you hooked in, and then we get at some point to Cyanide, and then we get Suicide and Redemption near the end. You know, there's just some good tracks in here, and just keep in mind that this is normally like 9 or like, you know, second to last in everyone's top 10 albums or whatever. But
yeah,
when you're rating, you have to remember when you're rating these albums that they are all, except for Saint Anger, are really good in quality, and being near the back isn't, still, it doesn't mean it's a bad album.
No, not at all.
And I know some people think it's bad, but I just don't see why, because some of these songs are actually really good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I gotta say, this was like the first like more thrashy album where we're now getting the lazy Lars on the drums, and he just kind of used the same beat like every time. I mean, there was some of it where he tried, like on That Was Just Your Life. You know, he actually used double bass. He used some interesting patterns. I actually don't hate his drums on that song that much. I think that was like the best drumming he did on that album. Like, was that one song? But I mean, the rest of it, a lot of it's just reused, and a lot of it's just not interesting. Like we are, you know, he's old now. He doesn't practice or whatever. I mean, other than when he's with the band, you know. I think he admitted at one point he just doesn't practice unless he's...
I mean, come on. At this point, he's got some like beer to drink, and he's gonna
B3R.
He's at B3R. He's at the bar. He's like, hey, you know, I was that. He doesn't even talk about that he's with Metallica. He's like, I was that guy who like challenged Napster, and then the girl just kind of like throws up. And, but you know, he has that to do. It's, you know, come on. He can't practice drumming. Seriously.
I mean, I feel like he at least tried on that one song, but the rest of it's just kind of meh. And you know, I just think it's a good album. Great. I like some of the solos on this. I mean, there was that one lazy solo in All Nightmare. Other than that, I thought it was pretty interesting. And the riffs on this album are just good. So, I think it's a pretty good album. And then after that, we have Hardwired. This is where we are. Mm-hmm. This is where we are now.
That's the last content we have. It's the last content we have of Metallica.
Yeah, and it's like... I think it...
I need to go through a full list, like pretty much like you have had to do with most of the albums recently. I need to go on a full listen through. I've heard, you know, several songs on the album here and there, and I've liked what I've heard, but I really need to go through and listen to it.
I'll say it's kind of one of those albums where I'll probably have to listen to it more to get more of a liking to it. Some of these songs are just like, I don't want to say they're not bad. Like, these are well-made songs, even most of the time with good songwriting. But to me, they just blend a lot of them. You know, yeah. I think there are some obviously like really good tracks on here. There's Spit Out the Bone, my favorite from the album. You know, one of their probably best thrash songs in like ever.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, and then Moth into a Flame, I really like it. Really nice sound.
Yes, I love that song. Very good.
And then Atlas Rise is pretty good. Like, I feel like if it was a tier list, like Spit Out the Bone and Moth into the Flame are like in their own tier, and then like below that is like Atlas Rise.
Okay.
And then everything else, basically.
I think that's fair.
I mean, Hardwired was pretty... Like, the title track was also pretty fast, too, which was nice and all that. I don't know. Just some of these... I'd probably have to listen to them more. Some of these are probably more memorable than I think they are, but I think there's some really good, solid tracks on here, and I think it proves that if they really try, they can still make some, you know, really good tracks. Also, Lars' drumming on this album is, like, the same as it was on Death Magnetic. He uses the same beat that he did in that album.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of room for him to experiment. He doesn't. It doesn't work out with him. He has to stick to what
okay,
he's
like you take, let's take my, my two favorite songs, which also, you know, from those two albums, like Death Magnetic, you have That Was Just Your Life. His drumming was more like primal in that one, and it sounded more aggressive. But in the Spit Out the Bone, it is just the same beat. The only interesting thing is like the part. What is that? The chorus part where he's like "Long live machine" and then where he's hitting the cymbals. But I mean, literally anyone would do that. But I mean, that sounds cool. So.
Good job, Lars.
Yeah, good job, Lars. Freak you, Lars. Honestly.
All right.
So this is the point where he's at the lowest for his fast songs, his drumming anyway.
We basically now we're just waiting for the next album.
And I feel like where we are now with Death Magnetic and Hardware, I think their next album is going to be good. Their live shows, from what I understand, are improving. I watched some of their more recent ones. Kirk Hammett is actually hitting the solos. I think Lars is actually using double bass in some of the songs. Still not on Dyer's Eve, but I mean, he will never do that.
Hey, Metallica, come on by to Rupp Arena here in Lexington. I will definitely go and see you. I've always dreamed of seeing you, even if you are way out of your prime. You're the band,
I mean, just watching
the
their
band that
live
got
shows.
me into music. You're the band that I loved the most growing up. I gotta see you before I die or you die.
Yeah, I mean, one of them eventually will, and then it'll just be over. But I mean, do you think if one of them dies, by the way, like they'll just replace him and then keep touring?
Yeah, I mean it's weird if they actually are still active when one of them dies. Sure, but I don't know. I don't know how old you can go as a rocker. I think once you get in your 60s, that's it. You know.
Yeah.
And what are they?
But I mean,
they're all in their like mid 50s right now, aren't they? Late 50s.
Yeah, they're in their 50s.
Yeah. So
some people are. Yeah, I hope they can probably get like. I mean, with how long it takes them to make albums, they'll probably get like 2 more. I think I heard someone say.
I'd be glad if that.
We'll get this upcoming one and then like 1 more, and then they'll probably stop touring at some point.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the money that they have to have, like they cannot be motivated by that. They're gonna get to a point where they're so tired, they're so just like worn down that they're like, all right, fine, I'm gonna retire now.
Yeah, I think we need to appreciate the live shows while we can, because hearing the older songs with his more matured voice,
that's interesting.
Actually very interesting. I like some of the songs a lot with his, older, not growly voice.
Yeah.
And I enjoy some of that. Like, I don't know if you've watched any of their live shows recently, but
not
pretty
recently.
Good.
All right, so that's more. You think we can wrap it up there? Let's move on.
Yeah, we can probably talk more about it in the future.
Yeah,
so
yeah, we definitely can.
This is Genesis 6 time. So
Gen 6, let's go.
I have the bracket up. I'm gonna take a look at that really quick. Genesis 6 was actually like the first like really major tournament for Smash Ultimate.
Yep.
And if it's any indicator for the rest of the competitive career, it's gonna be amazing, dude.
I'm excited.
Okay, let's look at the bracket. Which let me go over all the players, because this was just an interesting top 8. So we had Void. He was a Sheik player from Smash 4. He was very talented, very good. He kind of made top 8 in Smash 4, like a decent amount. He's really good. Zach Ray, never heard of him before Smash Ultimate. This was the first time I ever saw him. He is like 15 years old.
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
And apparently he's the best player in Japan, which last I knew in Smash 4, Ken, he's a Sonic player, he was the best player in Japan. I never heard of Zach Ray. Probably just, being born like 3 months ago was probably not helping a lot,
Whoa,
and he uses Pro Controller, which I think is interesting. And then we had Sam Sora from my
boy.
Beautiful state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
I have seen this guy in person. Your eyes will melt. He's that beautiful. He's amazing. He in Smash 4 used Peach, and she was like a pretty okay at best character in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Because like
I kind of read into Sam a little bit, and it's like Peach was bad before, but now people are saying Peach is broken, and he's like trying to defend it. But anyways, yeah. Go
well, the storyline is in Smash 4 he main Peach, and she wasn't the best. She was slow, floaty, she was easy to hit, and her combos were alright, and she could kill decently well if she ledge trapped you or whatever. And he stuck with Peach the whole time. He never switched to Bayonetta. He never switched to Cloud, the two characters that everyone played in that game. He always stayed with Peach. And so now here we are in Smash Ultimate. She's one of the, if not the best characters in the game. And he is just instantly one of the top players of this game because he stuck with Peach.
It's a cool story.
Yeah, and here he is at top 8, taking a bunch of names, which we'll get to in a minute. Which, by the way, do you have the bracket up? I could probably send it to you if you want.
I don't have it up. You can send it
All right,
to me, I guess.
I have it right here. Yeah, this was one of the most interesting top 8s I'd ever seen, though. All right, here you go. So, we had Sam Sora, like I said, and then we had MKLeo. This is probably my favorite Smash player. He's just, he was so dominant in Smash 4. He was the only player that could beat Zero pretty decently, consistently. Him and Salem were good at beating Zero, but Leo, Salem just kind of lost to some random people. He was just really good at beating Zero, but he just played really weird. Leo is just consistently good. He's good at the game. That's what really drives him. He's not a character a character specialist. He's not just good at one character. He's good at the game. He is good at Smash Ultimate. So he can play, or he was good at Smash 4. He could play Cloud, he could play Bayo, he could play Lucina, he could play Marth, he could play just a bunch of different characters in Smash 4, and it hasn't changed here. He can play Ike in this game, which he used the entire tournament, except for his Lucina. He can play Lucina. Cloud, I hear. He's really scary because he's so good at the game. He can just pick a character just to counter you, and he's really talented. And then on the losers side of the bracket, those are all the winners that I just said. We had ESEA. He's a top player for sure. He used Pikachu all through Smash 4, and now here we are with a really good Pikachu.
I enjoyed watching him play Pikachu.
He's a really good player. He kind of gets tilted kind of easy. I don't know. My profile picture was ESEA for a while. He makes good videos. You should watch him if you want. But really interesting to see him in top 8. You never really saw him in a top 8 in Smash 4. He did make some good top 8s. He had good placings. Good consistent player. Then we had Light. I hate this dude. He's a Fox player. He was in 4. I never saw him get a top 8 in Smash 4. I might. Bad? Yeah, that's the guy who smelled bad. He played Fox. This guy taunts after every kill, and I don't know why, and it gets me mad. If there's some reason, if he's just doing it to be funny, please someone tell me. Because I will. Maybe I'll change my opinion, but to me it just looks like he's so salty and try hard. I don't know. My man Sweat. Then we had Cosmos. He was for the longest time he was just a gatekeeper. He was good, but he wasn't you could see he was gonna go places someday. And at the end of Smash 4, he did. He took a lot of names. He might have beat Leo one time. I don't remember. Good player. Then DeBuzz, just great in Smash 4. I mean, he played Rosalina, but he doesn't anymore because she got nerfed. So this was a good top 8. This was an interesting top 8. The character, the players I didn't expect were Zachary, no idea. Sam making a top 8 was cool.
Was DeBuzz the guy who had the Pikmin character?
Yeah, he had the big lips, dude.
Oh,
he had the big
lips. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember DeBuzz.
A usual.
He seemed like he was one of the favorites. Was what the vibe that I
got. Some people liked him. A lot of people actually don't like him, because he plays campy and all that.
No, by favorite I mean favorite to win.
Oh, okay. He was. It was either if I'm looking at this bracket and I had to pick who's gonna win, which I said that Leo would win. By the way, it would be Leo or DeBuzz. Those are the two players that I would say I would win.
That's the vibe I got from him, that people expected him to be.
Yeah, he's a really good brain player. He thinks things out. He takes notes. He has millions of pages of notes. He watches VODs of him playing. He tries to figure out what the best option is. He's one of those people, Yeah. So, yeah. But this top 8 is really interesting. It's much different than a Smash 4 one, I'd say. Seeing all these different players. So already it was exciting. And they're all using different characters. So the first match, Void versus Zachary, it went to Game 5. And that was just so close, man.
There were a lot of Game 5s throughout this.
Looking at the bracket. And that was so hyped to watching Zachary, knowing he was 15. I'd never seen him before. He just comes into this tournament and he just gets into top 8 and takes, I think, a name at some point in the bracket. I'll see. Because he was in winners.
Yeah, 5 out of the 11 matches actually went to 5th game.
Yeah, like that's way more than you'd expect.
Yeah.
And then the first game of the second game of winners semifinals, Samsora versus MK Leo. This game was way closer than I thought it would be. I thought Leo would honestly I thought Leo would beat Samsora pretty decently, but Samsora fought so well, and it was a game 5, and he took it decently cleanly. You know, one thing about that, I never understood why he played Ike instead of Lucina. Like, he kind of got gimped all the time. I thought Lucina would be better for that. But he beats him, which was super hype. Like, everyone is just excited because Sam beat the best player at Smash 4 and probably this game.
Yeah.
Which was really cool to see. And then we got Void versus Samsora. That game, I said this game wouldn't be close because Pichu is a really good character and he got destroyed 3-1. And so Sam got put in losers. And, you know, Leo takes it over Light 3-2. That game was so close, man. That was also a game 5. And it was really hype. Like, I don't know why. Light, it might be the way the game's built, but he just seems a lot harder to beat in this game. Maybe he just leveled up a lot and I just didn't see it. But Zachary loses. It was a game 5 once again. 3-2 to the Buzz, which was sad because then Zachary was eliminated. But he had a really good run, especially for being 15 years old and getting to the place he did and all the people he had to beat. So big shout outs to him. Leo beat the Buzz 3-1 pretty dominantly. It was like, I expected as much. Leo's just a god. And then we had Samsora versus the loser final was Samsora versus Leo. Your room is pink. Hyrule says your room is pink. Is that true?
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, I have like a light. I have like a neon pink light because it kind of matches with the whole design.
Yeah. Okay. Also, hello Hyrule, by the way.
Hey Hyrule.
So we were at that game. I swore Leo could beat Samsora, but it was another game 5, man. I even called it out when it was like 2-1. I was Leo's favorite. I was like, Samsora's gonna win this one. It's gonna go to game 5, and then he just destroyed him, and then it was game 5.
Yeah.
I was like, but it was so close. Samsora fought so well, and I really wanted Leo to win because if Samsora had won this match, Void would have won the tournament, in my opinion, because he shredded Samsora. It was 3-1. It wasn't. It was pretty. It was a pretty good beating there. And so Leo wins that barely, and then he beats Void 3-1. Like, I knew that Leo had the best shot at beating Void because he had played Lucina. I have purple bat lights. Also, hello. Thank you. Yeah, but this was like, Leo ultimately takes it, though. And I predicted as much. He's just a really talented dude. But it was so close. Like, all of these games were so close. And the future of this game is just going to be so interesting if it stays this close. And I'm not even sure Leo will stay the best player because he plays the sword characters. And once people get better at parrying, they'll be not as good.
Yeah.
But it was just a really interesting top 8. And I cannot wait to see where this game goes, man.
Alright, well, it's hard for me to get a word in just because I don't know anything about this fucking game. I played Smash Melee casually when I was young, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but I only was able to play it casually at best. But my thoughts on Gen 6 specifically, just watching it, as someone who is a casual fan, I thought it was just amazing to watch. It was a lot of fun for someone who is casual like myself. It was very easy to get into and watch.
Yeah.
I did only watch on the final night. But like, I honestly was sad the next day after it ended. I was sad the next day. I was like, I like, even now, like, I would be so, if there was another big Smash tournament, then I would be like so into watching it. So I was kind of sad.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that you got to see all the different personalities, skill levels, and fighting styles. And this being a game that I had great memories as a kid, I'm not all caught up on all of the competitive scene right now.
You missed a lot of the Smash 4 lore.
Yeah, no, I missed all of it. I knew nothing about it. I'm definitely excited for the next big Smash Ultimate tournament.
And I really like how they did kind of gear the game more towards viewers. Like, whenever you get a high damaging hit that almost kills, it'll like make the screen freeze, so like you feel every hit.
Funny.
Yeah, and it's a good viewing game. It's more aggressive and all that.
I think even without it would be good, but yeah, that was a nice little touch.
And it's just a good game for casual viewers and competitive viewers. I like it. It's just, I think it's really good.
Hey, Hyrule, what's up? What do you think about the what do you think about how the podcast looks? Just to give some feedback and stuff. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, while I wait for that, you can change the subject to Smash Ultimate discussion.
There's one last thing I want to say.
Okay, go ahead.
I think just so I have this on the record, you know.
Okay.
Sam Sora.
Yep.
He definitely earned the title of my favorite Smash player so far. He just seemed like a chill guy, and he played up to his competition, and he just performed so well as an underdog against Leo.
If you ever watch him stream, he definitely has a personality. He's great. If you meet him in person, actually, he's not one. Okay, so let me explain my local scene really quick, just to give context. Like, okay, at a monthly, there's a bunch of people. It's just a bunch of like grown men yelling, right? Just be like, "Oh, let's go," or whatever, and Sam Sora will just be sitting there on his chair, like looking at his phone. He'll like never say anything. He's not a rowdy person. He's not, he's not gonna interrupt anything. Really chill dude.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Well, yeah. That was the last little thing I wanted to say about Gen 6 was that he.
Yeah. If you look at Sam Sora's old Twitter, he would like say some really stupid stuff. He pronounced placebo. He was like, "That's pronounced placebo, right?"
He said. I was happy that Leo ended up winning because I liked him too. He was probably my second favorite player. To Sam.
Yeah, Leo is like what? He's 16 or 17 now. He's not old either.
Yeah, he seemed pretty cool.
And he is, but
and he was good.
Yeah, he's really talented at the game. He was in Smash 4, still is in Ultimate. I just don't know if he'll stay on the top.
I mean, he pretty much just put Void down, and Void was annoying me with the whole Pichu thing.
Yeah, and it's sad because like Void's a nice person, and all that. He doesn't pretty chill. It's just I hate that character so much.
Oh, was it enough to come close to beating Leo? So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Sam Sora versus Leo Grand Finals. That would have been really neat, actually.
Yeah, I mean, 3-2 both times. They went one way and the other.
Yeah, that might be a new rivalry, like a new person to stop Leo.
Hey, we'll see, I guess. That's why I want to see another tournament.
Yeah, whenever the next one is, I'll let you know. Like, I'm talking big, though.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you just want to watch the smaller ones, I can link you those, but they're not the same. Don't have the commentators or anything.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Don't like Smash games.
Let's go to the general Smash Ultimate discussion, which I have nothing to offer.
Okay.
I'm kind of like you, Hyrule. You don't like Smash games, so I do like Smash, but I just don't have a lot of knowledge.
I want to just go over a little bit of the changes from 4 to Ultimate really quick. Just to basically say it's a really good game, because it is. Smash 4 is a lot slower. It was a harder game to watch, and like I said before, they added so many things that made it better to watch. It's also just so much faster. It's more like Melee, and that's the interesting thing. Like, Melee players played Smash 4 for a little bit and then just went back to Melee, but here we're seeing Melee players actually like playing it for longer periods of time. Like, we have Leffen. He was at Genesis 6. He took a game off Leo, which was pretty impressive, and he beat Wadi. I like it casually, but competitively, I think that's just wrong. Well, for me, okay, yeah. You have to play it for a while to get the whole competitive thing. But you see a lot of Melee players. Plup is also playing Ultimate. Like, you're just seeing a lot of different personalities from the older games, and even some Brawl players coming back, I hear. It's just making all the old Smash top players come back, and not only are all of the Smash characters here, every top player is here. It's just great, and I really like it. Like, the way the game flows, just everything about it. It's more like Melee while also having like Smash 4's neutral depth, basically. It really is the ultimate Smash game, and bringing back all the characters. Yeah. And bringing back all the characters. Snake is really fun. Like all the characters just are really fun for the most part. They added stuff to their kits and all that.
Was Snake in Melee?
Snake was not in Melee. He was in Brawl.
Oh, I don't remember him.
Yeah. You would remember of him if he was in Brawl, because he kind of feels out of place. He's just like Metal Gear Solid character in a
Yeah,
children's video game.
My friend loved Brawl, but whatever. I don't think I ever
Brawl?
played it once.
Brawl was like a decent casual game, because it had the story mode stuff. It just didn't have the competitive viability like Melee or Smash Ultimate or even Smash 4.
Missing
really,
some mechanics.
well, not necessarily. It's just it. Sakurai didn't want his game played competitively, so like he added a random mechanic where every time you dash, there's a chance you can trip.
Wait,
So like
there was an RNG component to dashing?
Yes, there. So even if you turned off all of the items, there was just RNG. There's a chance you could just trip, and then they can kill you for it every time if they're on top of it.
Dumb.
That's
like random crits in TF2.
And like people say that Smash 4 feels slow. Brawl is the slowest Smash game. If you play Melee or like Smash Ultimate and then play Brawl, it is so slow. That game is so terribly slow. And there's no combos in the game. It's mostly just about playing neutral, hitting them once, and then running away. So it's not fun to watch. And the best character in the game could like camp you until the timer ran out. Meta Knight. Meta Knight was so broken. There was no balance in the game. Like there was a lot of problems with it, just competitively. I mean, sure there were some good sets and stuff. It's just Melee to watch is funner. So was Smash 4, Ultimate even. But I mean, I don't know. But I mean, Brawl 2 should make Brawl HD.
Brawl HD. Brawl half drunk, honestly.
One thing they did, which I'm just glad Nintendo's actually like embracing the competitive side now. They've made the game mechanically a competitive game. When you take all the items out and stuff, and they're also like funding tournaments for it. They're sponsoring them, you know. They seem to be more in tune with the competitive scene. It's just really good, and I'm glad they're doing that.
It's always good.
Which means
Valve was doing that shit.
Hey, I mean, like Valve like acknowledges it, right? Like once, I'm sure. Sure, they did it one time. But yeah, I'm just really glad that the game's going where it is, and all the characters are fun, and they buffed a lot of bad characters. Like every character.
I like what I've seen. I wish I was playing it.
Yeah, I mean, it would take a while to get good at because it's a Smash game, but it is really fun. It's also kind of better for newcomers in general than probably Smash 4 and all that. Because of the fast pace, and you can attack more. It's not just like a shielding game.
Yeah.
Also, I like it casually, but competitively, I think it runs it all together. It's like adding an online function to Red Dead 2.
Wait, what is like adding an online?
I guess competitive Smash, which I don't think that's a good comparison, but
online function to Red Dead 2. No. Well, I mean, just because of the game, like the style of the game, it's hard to really make a comparison there. But regardless,
And we got 4 more DLC characters coming after the ones that are announced. So this game's getting a lot of support. Yeah, there's 4 more characters they haven't revealed yet. It was initially
they haven't revealed it, so you don't know who they are. Awesome.
Yeah, we don't even know who it is, so we can. Yeah, we no idea. And they said it would be characters you don't expect. So if we get Goku, I'm gonna quit. I'm literally just gonna quit.
Why?
Because it's Goku. Everyone wants
BOP.
Goku. I don't want Goku. He would probably be OP.
Everyone would just be playing him.
Now, they also apparently put Xbox Live on Switch, so that could possibly mean that we get Steve, Minecraft Steve. I do not want Minecraft Steve. It's my comparison. Okay, yes, it is specifically yours. Just not my cup of tea. I hope Shaggy gets in. Let's hope not, otherwise he will be the best character in the game.
Yes. Okay, so.
Yep.
Are we ready to move on? What is the next topic?
Yeah, we can talk more about it later. This is the ESEA time.
Oh, this is my time to talk.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, we get the skeptic plans. Haha.
Oh, God, the skeptic plans. Alright, I'm gonna play some like music in the background quietly. Just because I like that. I don't know. Alright, anyways. Before I start here.
Tommy swallows really loud.
Stop.
Just thought I'd put it out there again.
Wait, what?
Too fast for you. He swallows really loud.
Okay, sorry, I just don't put I don't have the names down yet.
Okay.
I can't remember which one is which. Okay.
So where are we in ESEA? What's it been like?
So ESEA TF2. We're in season 30. Go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say I don't know if you changed the category or not.
I just changed the topic. I'm about to change the category.
Okay.
I did change it for Smash. I'm about to change it for TF2 now.
Great.
Alright, let's go to TF2. And this is where we might be able to pull a couple viewers because it's a smaller game. We'll see what happens. Anyways, okay, so let's talk about let's go ahead. Let's just jump right on into ESEA.
Just jump right.
ESEA is just to give like a just to basically give an intro to ESEA. ESEA is basically the biggest governing body for competitive TF2 in North America. So ESEA is basically the best players in North America. So we're at season 30 right now. We're in the middle of season 30. Season 29 just happened. And so basically where we're at right now is Froyo Tech in season 30 has just taken over 100% as the undisputed best North American team again, which they were for many years. Because Froyo Black, who was active in season 29, they disbanded, and they had Yomps, who was a huge player for Froyo Tech, and now Yomps has returned to Froyo Tech. So not only is their biggest competition gone, they got one of their best players back. And to me, this is just really upsetting after such an amazing season 29. It was so exciting to watch. There were a lot of close matches for Froyo throughout the season. They lost to Froyo Black during the season. There was the legend of Nursey 6-drop.
Oh my
Dropped
god.
6 times in the loss to Froyo Black. It was amazing. And Froyo Black, with Froyo Black being a legitimate number 2 and a potential number 1, honestly, throughout the season, it heightened kind of the mid-level teams throughout the league. And I think it made each individual match matter because, you know what, Froyo Tech, hey, you know, this is a mid-level team who can, you know, maybe get lucky and beat them. If they lose, then, wow, suddenly, you know, Froyo Black is the 1 seed. And actually, by the end of the season, Froyo Black was the 1 seed, but it didn't end up mattering. Froyo Tech did win, but nonetheless, it was still a great season to watch. One of the best seasons to watch in several years. This season, of course, me loving TF2, I'm going to continue to watch because I love the game. But it is really upsetting to me that the heightened competition that was existent in Season 29 is gone. It disappeared before it could really establish itself.
Yeah, and even just as a casual viewer from myself, which I love the game, I wish I could play it more, and I will as soon as I'm able to. You know, I'd like to stream that too. But just watching it, those were the most entertaining matches I had ever seen of the game. Just watching Froyo Black. You know, I guess I haven't watched like the older matches. That might be close to that standard, but they were close. They were
some legendary ESEA because they even with ESEA they used to have LAN finals of ESEA. No longer, but they were big events that were done live over a LAN. There's been all kinds of great matches on the rise of Banny's pretty much reign over TF2.
Exactly how we want it to.
Yeah, for sure.
But those matches were so entertaining, and I hope we probably won't get those back, but I hope we do.
Here's what I have to say about ESEA right now. There is hope. The one thing that does give me hope is Corsa, who did not play Season 29. He was gone. He has returned this season. Corsa, who is kind of a little bit of a rival to Banny, only because he is probably the second best scout in the world. If not the world, then definitely he's the second best scout to Banny in North America. He's a great, insane player, especially online. Corsa's great. Shade, who was on Froyo Black, has not returned to any team, so he's out there. And Yomps has already shown once that he's willing to leave Froyo Tech. So, in my opinion, like, could a super team reform that involves Corsa? It would be an insane matchup if you could just imagine this roster that could include Shade, who is the #1 medic in the world. Pretty much, I don't think there's any debate there. Corsa, who is a top 2 scout in North America. Yomps, easily a top 5 scout or soldier. He can play either and be top 5 in the world. Easily. And if you're talking about a specific class, like if he's focusing in on it, he can be top 3 in the world at either one, in my opinion. And then Dodonsky, who played on Froyo Black, is the second best demo in North America to Habib, of course, who's on Froyo Tech.
Habib.
Now, if you have that squad where you bring in Corsa, this is a team who beat Froyo Tech in the regular season. Bring in Corsa to replace one of the scouts who were, they were good, but they weren't great. Bring in Corsa. Wow, that's like something that you just want to. Every single match is just going to be something that everyone who likes TF2 competitive is going to watch, and that's basically all I have to say about it, because that's the sad part. Basically, what we have to talk about is the exciting season 29, and basically just speculating what could happen in the future. Because all I can say about season 30 is, I'm going to watch because I'm a hardcore TF2 fan. That's it. There's nothing to give you. There's 2 things to give you. Corsa came back, an amazing player, and what's his name? Broking came back. Who isn't? Broking isn't the best player or anything, but he is one of the most entertaining players to watch. He's hilarious. He's amazing. And I was so glad that Broking came back. I'm pretty sure Corsa's on his team. I think that's the team that Corsa chose to get back with. So they're kind of fun to watch. They're probably the 2nd or 3rd best in North America right now as a team with Broking and Corsa. So, could they beat Froyo Tech in one match? Maybe, but there's nothing like super exciting. But that's all I have to say about it. You can, if you have any like thoughts on it, as a more casual TF2 fan as I was with Smash, I didn't really have a lot of big insights, but give your point of view as a more casual fan.
I mean, I just want it to come back, and I want that super team you were speaking of to happen. I think it would make the matches super entertaining, because if you don't watch a bunch of competitive TF2 when you're not super into it, watching Banny's team just flatten everybody probably isn't the most entertaining thing.
No.
But I mean, if it happens, I will definitely watch it, and I think that would be amazing. And that's probably what's going to happen, because I feel like even probably the players within the game realize just how dominant Froyo Tech is, and probably want to help.
Here's kind of something that I thought about. I had a dream about this. It was so fucking weird. I had a dream.
Are you speaking right now? Because your audio is not working.
Wait, not at all. Well, it's working.
Okay, you're back. You're back. Okay, you're back now. Okay, what?
So anyways, it's really weird. I had a dream about TF2. And it was so weird. Patty, who used to play for Froyo Tech, who's now on another team, who plays Scout and Soldier, and is a very good player, but still, he's Anyways, I had a dream that I met him in real life, and I was talking to him, and we decided to form a team, and he was like, no, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. He was, giving me legitimate tips that, I wouldn't, it wasn't coming from me. These tips were just coming out of nowhere, and they actually made sense. I was like, oh, yeah, I do need to,
Dude,
I do need to use that spot and kind of hide there if I'm playing Roamer. I'm like, oh, okay, and he was helping me
Patty
out.
talking to you would be a dream, to be honest.
And no, it was crazy, and we were gonna form a team. He was like, look, you're not ready right now, but you train, and maybe next season, maybe we can form a team and pick you up. And I was like, oh my god, it was so weird.
Dude, Froyo Jackson, come on.
No.
This has been
Froyo.
the meme. This has been the meme.
No, because Patty is the anti-Banny. He was playing for Froyo Tech. They are huge rivals.
Yeah.
So what I was thinking is, if a team with Corsa, Badonsky, Yomps, and Shade formed, they could pick up.
Don't forget about you.
They could pick up Patty, and that only leaves one player. Right here, man. I'll be a scout with. I don't know. I honestly don't know if
Soda Popper, please.
Patty or Yomps as the other player on the combo, but just imagine that if Patty joined that team that I kind of brought up with Badonsky, Shade, Yomps. And of course Corsa, and then you've got Patty, and then that just leaves one player. And honestly, with Patty's able to play Soldier or Scout, and
so he's flexible
Yomps.
on that.
Same with Yomps. Yomps can play Soldier or Scout. Then you basically just have a spot for just go and look for the best possible Scout or Soldier, and then everything else will fall into place.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. And then you have not only is it legitimate, I feel like that could be the team that is favorited against against for you to take. But anyways, yes, that's some theory crafting, as Benny would say, that I'm doing.
Yeah. And we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully all this happens.
I hope the future holds something even similar to that. Would be amazing. But we are going to go on a BRB here. We're finished up with TF2. Now we're going to talk about Skeptic when we come back.
Yes.
And we're going to finish it off with an interesting topic that anyone who has played video games in their life can contribute to, which will be childhood games that shaped and were involved in your childhood. So we're going to go on BRB. So BRB, guys. All right, here we are. We're back.
It is time to discuss our Lord and Savior, Skeptic _family.
Skeptic _family. What a man.
Yeah, his favorite streamer is Skeptic. I searched it up. If it's the same one, he plays Fortnite and he's like 14 years old.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. God. I watched like 10 seconds of it, and it was just like any other, watered down generic like YouTuber.
Except I mean, did he have an accent? Did he have an accent though?
I don't.
I mean, I guess you only watched 10 seconds of it, so
yeah,
anyway,
I don't really...
we have to decide, or at least discuss. We've infiltrated Skeptic's his little brain. Wasn't very hard.
We've infiltrated his brain.
Yeah, we have though. I mean, we've got him in deadlock. Basically, we can do whatever we want. And so it's we've decided that it's time that we actually mess with him now. We have his trust. We have we can basically get him to do whatever we want. So I was asking my brother what we should do just to get some ideas.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Wait, have we prefaced like how we have his trust?
Yeah, I guess you can since he's not here.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, this will just be like for the record. Oh wait, if you upload this on YouTube, well, he won't watch the whole thing, right?
He won't watch it at all. And if
he won't walk it.
Once he sees it, he's not gonna walk it more than 5 seconds. Like he doesn't have any. Like, maybe
wait to upload it on to YouTube. Dude, if you do, just wait.
The entire first 45 minutes is talking about Saint Anger, and then we talk about Smash Ultimate competitive scene. And then we talk about it's not like we're talking about casual TF2. I'm talking about ESEA. He's gonna have no idea what we're saying. I mean, all you had to do is wait. There's only one thing that we can make sure that he won't be watching it. Play Low Man Zurich right now. All right. It's the only way. It's the only way to assure he won't get this far in the VOD. Okay. We're gonna play Low Man's lyric in the background on repeat.
I mean, it's the only way. It's the only way.
Okay.
Okay. So I was asking for some ideas, and you know how we asked him, which I think this would be a good idea, which you can say how you got his trust after, but I just want to get this out there.
Go ahead.
You know how we couldn't get him to make a rap song when we asked him, right?
I see where we're going now.
Yes, please.
I see where we're going now.
There's a few different options you have. You can get it. You can just make her ask him, please make a rap song, or you can we can influence him and be like, oh yeah, the only way you're gonna get her is if you make a sick rap song. Either one works, right?
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hint at it because I think I want to give it a little bit of time before
Dude.
we get this. But wait.
I have an idea. Maybe you post just any rap song and be like, Gamer Girl Kayla will be like, dang, that was fire. Make it for real or something.
Yeah. And then maybe he can even get messaged by him and be like, did you see that song? Oh my god, I love rap so much.
I love people who rap.
Yes.
And then after
yes.
if he is retarded, if he actually has big brain disease, if his brain no worky good, you can always go into
disease. He definitely has that.
If you go into his DMs and just be like, dude, Gamer Girl Kayla really loves rap music, you should definitely compose or something. Oh, okay, wait. Hyrule, I guess, doesn't know. She says gamer girl. So yeah, go ahead, explain.
Okay.
Yeah,
explain.
So
I'm gonna give a foreword, if you will. Hold on, I gotta drink some water.
Same, to be honest. Let's drink water together.
Let's drink water together. Wow, that was an amazing water break. Okay, so how did we get in this position where we're at using a gamer girl? I honestly don't know. I basically have blacked out the last 5 months of my life just because Skeptic was in it. But basically, so of course we know that Skeptic is this meme. It's someone who is someone that hey, he's a big meme. We mess with him, right? To get funny content.
Because it is like so easy to mess with him. It's not even funny.
It's the easiest thing to do in the world. So I don't know. I loosely brought up an idea. I was like, okay, what if I like made like this account that was like a gamer girl on Discord? You've seen her. You look in his Discord, gamer girl Kayla. I'm pretty sure she's showing a little bit of cleavage. She looks like I don't know.
Nice like 11-year-old to be honest.
She looks like
wait, she's 13, right?
I don't know. I haven't given her an age.
No, wait, you did. It was 13, I think.
Wait, really? Did I?
Yeah, you did. I can't. Let me see if I can find it. Wait, just keep explaining. Let me find it.
Anyways, I had her join his Discord just randomly, along with another person who he had joined. It was just kind of throw him off, and he obviously believed that it was a legitimate person just randomly joining his Discord. And pretty soon DMs started happening, and I was just like talking to him.
One thing led to another.
One thing led to another. But there were some hilarious memes out of it. Like I wasn't even taking it seriously. When we came up with the idea, we were like, okay, so what are we gonna do with this? And then I just decided one day. I think I was drunk, and I was just like, I'm just gonna make this account, and it's gonna be funny. I'm just gonna talk. I had like a few plans, but none of them were really well thought out. And so basically, at this point, he's talked to this. He has I started talking to him just as a joke when I was drunk, but like when I'm not drunk, he like spams it. He's like trying to call her. Like I've barely even done anything, honestly. Like I've talked to him about like a few things like as a joke, but like honestly, he's pretty well invested for someone who he's like probably said 10 sentences to. He's
By the way, you did say she was 13. I just checked.
Okay, well she's 13 apparently. She doesn't look 13 to me, but she looks like 16.
I mean, the girl in the picture, maybe.
She could like she's like a Nickelodeon star. She could be like 22 or she could be like 14. It's like.
And that's like, and then that picture you posted where he just didn't ask questions, like, oh, I'm so ugly.
Yes, that was so funny. That's just Casey-tron. I don't know how old Casey-tron is. Casey-tron's a fucking legend, huh?
He doesn't even know. He just doesn't even question it.
Amazing.
Wait, you should probably show some or read. You know what? Go ahead and read some of the content.
Oh,
please do.
I can even put the content up on. I want to make sure I'm not showing. Like,
please do. This would be a good time for anyone. Any one of my friends who doesn't know about this whole situation. If you upload this to YouTube, I can just tell them to go here.
Okay.
Go ahead and read all of it. It is great.
You want me to just jump into like Gamer Girl Kayla's stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
right,
just the stuff you've DM'd me, all the content that has come out of the DMs, like from the top, if possible. Which, by the way, just so you know, as Jackson said, in his Discord, in Skeptic's Discord, Gamer Girl Kayla is not in any of the other servers that we are in. She just somehow magically, to his knowledge, joined his server. Wait, what?
He just appeared. Like,
it's great.
Sorry. Wait, hold on, I know.
Well, when you're joining a server, you need an invite link. So that means she got invited by somebody, and she's not in any of the other Discords.
Okay.
And there's only like 2 people who mess with him.
Okay, so I do have it now. Hold on, let me give it the.
It should
so I can show it.
It should be pretty clear what this whole situation is, but I don't know. Here we are. Dude, if he is watching, that's gonna be sad.
Yeah, it's pretty much around. Okay, so here's Gamer Girl Kayla's DMs. I guess I should probably zoom in so you can maybe see it. I honestly don't know how it looks right now.
I can't see it. Oh, there you go.
One of my favorites is definitely... Yes, it's right here. So, okay, he says to her, "Hi." Gamer Girl Kayla says, "What you up to?" And he responds, "Not much. I am a streamer and a gamer. Sadly, I no get paid. What about you?" Gamer Girl Kayla says, "I love games, but I haven't built up the courage to try to stream. I don't think I can."
I don't think I can.
And he says...
So just wait, just so we're clear, before we continue, she said she hasn't streamed because she doesn't think she can, alright? She's never streamed before. Keep that in mind. Alright, continue.
Okay. And he says, "I didn't think so either. But I am one now. I'm one of them."
I am one of them. Also, Hyrule apparently can't read it.
It's okay. I mean...
Okay. Well, yeah, you're just reading.
I feel like if you have a full screen, it might be readable, but honestly, I can't, like, zoom. It's really awkward. If I try to zoom in more, maybe I can, like, yeah, no, it's awkward because of the way the app's designed. Okay, but anyway,
whatever.
He says,
you're reading it anyway.
Yeah, I'm reading it. She says, "Oh, really? How's it gone so far?" And he says, "Okay, I'm kinda big for only I'm kinda big for only streaming 10 to 20 times some because I jad to fix shit and restart. Just have Discord follow you."
What does it mean?
What does this mean? So wait. So I'm asking him how his streaming has gone so far, and he says, "Okay, I'm kinda big for only streaming 10 to 20 times."
He's only streamed 3 times when he said this, by the way, including the one he was doing at the time.
Yes. Some because I jad. Okay, I'll read it as if he's like, as if I can like actually translate this. 10 to 20 times. Some because I had to fix shit and restart. Just have Discord follow you. Obviously.
What does that mean?
No, I mean, come on, it means a lot. And
Discord follow.
Of course she says, "Wow, really? You're getting big already? I'm scared that I won't make any progress." And he said, "Yeah, let me see my followers. 59 views, 8 followers."
Let me see my followers who look like, 59 views, 8 followers. You know, kind of big.
He's kind of big right now. What other memes do we have on this?
Wait, you should have kept reading it. I think there was more.
Just keep reading.
Go back to what you read.
Okay, I said, "Wow, and how long have you been streaming?" On and off for since first stream.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
On and off for since first stream, like 1-2 months.
So wait, so when did you start streaming? Well, probably since my first stream. Wait, look, go up. That's what I'm talking about. She said she doesn't stream, and he says, "What do you stream?" He has that much ADHD, he couldn't realize that she doesn't stream. Oh my god, League of Legends probably, P, by the way, I just thought that was a nice touch. Okay, yeah, and that post right there about, I have to get ready at 6 to go to church, my family makes me go at 8 on Saturday.
That was Robotnick.
Yeah, that was my idea.
That was crafted by Robotnick, that line. I was like, what do I say here?
This is 100%, you see, he does not like relegatious people, alright? He doesn't like relegatious people.
Hates religious
people.
This was kind of a test.
Wait, so I'm pretty sure, did he... Wait, I tried downloading it a while ago, but it confused me. I help at 6 a.m. So you were just trying to get him to...
Yeah, like I was not in, okay, I'm not actually wanting to stream as this girl, so like he can't help me. So it's like, I'm pretty sure I was just asking Robotnick, like, what should I say here? And we know that he hates religious people because he like freaks out about it every time.
Yeah,
Hyrule remembers. Hyrule was at one of the streams where he was like, "Do not play religious music." he was instructing me, "Do not play religious music."
Oh my god, you have your emergency gospel ready.
Oh yeah, I do. I have my emergency gospel ready at all times. So anyways, Robotnick told me this, so I basically said, I have to get ready at 6 to go to church. My family makes me go at 8 on Saturdays and Sundays. Now then, okay. Wait, what? I'll help now. And then I'm like, I'm trying to buy time. I'm like desperate. I'm like, why wait? I'm like trying to focus on the wrong stuff. I can't help on phone, so I gotta use my PC. If you do that, can you stream? I want to see.
Yeah,
so
he was trying to
I'm just trying to like change the subject and make him forget about that. Sure,
yeah,
you know,
you did it.
I Gouda be quiet till at least 6.
Gouda.
Face cam? Yeah. And then he tried to
this
call me.
This was the panic part. This was the panic part. Because he calls you and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? And I'm like, you can't answer your phone. Parents in next room.
Oh, yes, there's Robotnick crafted this too. He called me for some reason. And then I'm like, I can't answer. My parents are asleep in the next room. I'd have to go. I'd have to go to confession if I lie about being asleep.
That was my line. That was my line, 100%. I remember that.
That's amazing.
If he had any brain at all, he would just be like, "Wait a minute, that's not how Catholic work."
I have to go to confession if I lie about being asleep. I mean, honestly, yeah, same.
And then the sad faces at the end of every post, it's just great. And then,
oh yeah, then he says, "Oh, same." I was gonna screen share. Do you have? Twitch?
Yeah. Oh, same.
So follow me.
I have to go to confession if I lie. Twick.
Twick at Skeptic Family.
He doesn't know how to.
I'm live.
I'm live. Oh, did you called him cutie? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm just trying to scroll through because I think this is just filler.
It says you're offline now.
Because at this point, I was just like trying to not even pay attention to it. I was just trying to keep it going. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing.
What happened? Are you okay, sweetie?
But look how it's spelled. I think I'm live. What? He thinks he's live. I'm not sure, but I've just jumped in.
Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but I think I'm alive.
Even gamer girl Kayla is hitting him with some in.
Go in. My man watches Banny 24/7.
Yeah, he's about to go in. My dad is gonna kill me if he catches me, but your stream is going in and out. I think it's work guying now.
How are you so good at this? I don't understand.
I honestly don't remember typing any of this. I'm not gonna lie.
You were. I don't know how.
It's like reading new content.
So good at. You're so good at mistyping things.
Look at voice. Look how it spells voice. How are you? I remember why I did that because we wanted to hear him talk and say stupid shit.
Yeah. What is happening?
But we fix it. Is it fix? Yes. Okay, that's
cool,
where.
What's up?
That's where I was like, I was trying to get him to meme. I'm pretty sure I was wasted at this point. I was like, please meme. I think that's like the best of what we had there. Oh my god.
Is there any more? Just scroll through really quick. There might be more. Yeah, I was sleeping. Super Bowl.
I didn't realize that he was trying to say Super Bowl at this point for a while. It like took me a second because I was just like
Super Bowl W
just ended.
Oh what? Hey.
Okay.
The Super Bowl, as in football, not the tennis Super Bowl. Thank you very much. The football Super Bowl.
Yes. At this point, I was like sober. I remember this stuff. Okay, so all right. I think that's all we have as far as the amazing, Skeptic Chronicles with Gamer Girl Kayla. But that gives you some background as to what's been going on behind the scenes.
Here, yeah, and we're at the situation now, which Hyrule or anyone else in chat, we're trying to figure out what we want to do. I think the rap, we need to do that. That's something we need to do. We need to make him create a rap. It would be so fire. It would be so.
We have to get her to be like, we can set it up whatever in any way. We can even get like Floofbot. I don't remember what is his name? Undercover
Animal Lover.
Yeah, that's what his name is. We can use him to like post like some rap and be like, man, that's some good shit, and then Gamer Girl Kayla can be all into it. Basically, we want content. Like, I'm done. Like, I honestly thought that it would take longer to gain this child's trust. But, like, at this point, it's like, I'm not interested in saying, hey, what's up, and hearing him talk about, like, his everyday... It's hard to listen to, and it's hard to read. Like, literally, it's hard to read, because it's just... it's all over the place grammatically and...
Super Bowl W just ended.
Thanks for the info, dude. He should be like a news reporter, you know. He just be super everyone like you're. Yeah, because a lot of people watch TV now, right? Your TV
A lot of people watch the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, that is true. It's just no, it's on the channel that the Super Bowl's on. The Super Bowl ends, and then just a huge news alert just covers the screen. It's like alert, breaking news: Super Bowl just ended, and that's and you know he's got a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's really good at telling people when the Super Bowl W ends. You know, he's
Super Bowl.
My brother also gave a suggestion as to how Gamer Girl Kayla will exit the scene. I was suggesting that she gets hacked by Undercover Animal Lover, and or you can make it some heroic,
so
where she sacrifices herself to get hacked, so that way the hack goes away.
And we gotta make sure that Undercover Animal Lover is the bad guy, so we can get him lashing out at him. That'd be funny.
Yeah, one thing you could do, this is what my brother suggested, is that she becomes Amish. And she can't use technology anymore.
That's hilarious.
She's like, "This is the last time I'll see you," and a bunch of sad faces.
She's Amish now. Oh
my
God.
I mean, he would notice the discrepancy, but he won't. He's like, they're Catholic one minute, and become Amish
No,
either one of those endings are good. It's just a choose your own adventure for the ending.
Yeah, basically we have a great choose your own adventure with a meme. You know, it's great. But yeah, I think we discussed it enough. I need to go on BRB for just a couple minutes before we go into the last topic that will wrap up the stream.
All right.
Hope you at least enjoyed that Hyrule. That one's kind of you're more involved in that one. You can probably understand that one a little more because it's. Oh god, it's a doozy. But anyway,
that's great.
Alright, we're gonna go on BRB real quick. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back.
Yeah, and we just got one more subject left to cover before
this is gonna be the last topic of the it's gonna be the last topic of the stream before or the podcast before I end it, and then we'll restart and maybe play a little Tf2 or something just to chill, wrap it up. But now we got a new topic, and it is childhood games. Robotnick, you wanna bring this one in?
Well, so everyone kind of has that game, or that one or two games that they played when they were a kid. Maybe it wasn't the best, especially in my case. But it just always connects with you more than any other game, and you play it even if it is bad. Or if you're lucky, you play a good game when you're a childhood. When you're a childhood, yeah, that was my brain working good.
Yeah.
When you're in your childhood. But if you would like to go ahead and tell us what games impacted your childhood the most out of all of them,
wow,
let us know.
It's hard for me to narrow it down to one. So when I was young, okay, the very first video game I ever played in my entire life was NASCAR Racing 2. It was released in 1997 for Windows. And my parents bought it for me at Office Max. And I was probably, let's say it was released in 1997. I think we ended up buying it a year later. I was probably 3 or 4 years old when I played that game. And I loved it. To this day, I love it. It's actually, and the funny thing about it is, it's not one of those games where it's this is a poorly designed game that I just randomly played as a kid. It was actually one of the most realistic racing simulators of its time, and it kind of held the test in time all the way up until 2003. It's really an amazing.
Yeah, that's when San Anger came out.
Yeah.
A lot of bad things happened in 2003, I guess. All right, continue. Sorry.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't say that's the biggest game that shaped me. It's hard for me to pinpoint one. When I was 6 years old, which was 1991 or 19. Why am I saying 2001? The great year 2001. A lot of good things happened there, especially in September. Anyways, yeah, I was 6 years old, and my brother, on my birthday, he had moved out of the house because he was 18, and he gave me his PS1. And with it, he gave me several games. And, some of these games I played a couple times, but I just didn't really get, a.k.a. it was rally car racing or some shit. But one game that I absolutely adored, and to this day, I think it holds up. Honestly, my first games, when you look at, the criticism on them, they're critically acclaimed, honestly. Ape Escape was probably my first console game that I ever played that I liked, and you know, it was shortly after playing. Like, I was just basically taking all of his like PS1 games and just putting them in. And I didn't like Rally Car. I think I played like maybe one or two others, but I played Ape Escape and I loved it. Ape Escape is such an amazing game. It was basically a huge part of my really, really young childhood as far as gaming goes. I will say this: the next game that I remember really shaping my childhood was I think I was 7 or 8 years old. And this is kind of funny, Robotnik, because the guy who introduced me to this game was the drummer at my church, because my family was Christian up until the point that I was 7 or 8. I can't remember. And I
was a long
went to church. Yes, I went to church and everything, and the church band drummer actually taught me the drums, and he ended up doing work for my family and stuff because he was a good guy and everything.
Hey.
And while he was at our house doing basically what was like carpentry, he was like putting in floors and stuff. He showed me the game SimCity 2000.
Hey.
Amazing game. I mean, like, these 3 games that I'm bringing up, you're talking about NASCAR Racing 2, none of you guys are going to know about it because it's a very specific thing. It's NASCAR. You know, I'm in Kentucky, okay? NASCAR means a lot to us here. Maybe not to you, but NASCAR means a lot, all right? And I love NASCAR. I still do, sadly. And, you know, it's a guilty pleasure. But it was a well-designed game. It was amazing. It's one of the greatest racing simulators ever created, and it was created in 1997. Released in 1997, so created before. And then I moved on to Ape Escape, which is a hugely widely accepted as just a wonderful game. That's just beloved and is just well accepted. And then SimCity 2000, which is also another game that is just, I mean, come on, you know, SimCity 2000. That was the peak of SimCity. That was when SimCity blew up and everyone knew what SimCity was with SimCity 2000. It was an amazing game. And so those were 3 games that I think kind of defined my childhood, all games that I played. And, you know, on two different platforms. 2 of them were on Windows, NASCAR Racing 2 and SimCity 2000. But you also have the console, PS1, Ape Escape, which was amazing, which is one of the first games to truly utilize properly the analog stick. You know, it was one of the first games to utilize the 2 analog sticks on PS1, which was kind of amazing. So yeah, I think that brings this thing in good for you to come on in.
Actually, I don't have okay, I don't actually have too many like most of the games that I'm gonna mention. Not the best. Or at least one of them, which I'll get to now. I think the first
I played a lot
game...
of bad games, so don't worry about it. I just brought up like the ones that stood out, and I think they stood out because they were just good. Like, I just played good games by chance.
When I was like super small, I don't even remember how old. Like the first games I ever played were Jax don't play games today. He's gonna be playing TF2 in like a few minutes.
Probably
so
like
calm
15 minutes.
Anyway. The first console we ever had was a Sega Genesis, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, and actually the games we had for it, we had Frogger, which is like, you know, epic. We had
in its
Sonic...
time was legendary, of course.
I mean, I'm sure. And Sonic 3D Blast. I don't know if you've heard of this game. Have you?
I've heard of it. I just don't.
Okay. Well, I can explain things. Explain it, but and it had Miss Pac-Man, I think, and some Chester Cheetah game, I think.
Amazing.
That was actually really fun, though. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I have to find a video of it to show you later. But we played that a lot. Actually, for the longest time, our sister would like play all the games, and we would watch her because our brains weren't fully developed yet. So we were like, "How do you play a game?" And then she would beat it. Oh, I also played Castle of Illusion, Mickey's Castle of Illusion. That's actually a good game. I don't know. I don't think many people know about that, but that was a good Sega Genesis game. But the one that had the most impact on me and actually got me to like Sonic was Sonic 3D Blast. And believe it or not, this game is actually pretty bad. Like, this is actually a pretty bad game. like objectively. The controls are terrible, and like, okay, so it's a 3D game on the Genesis. Just like think about that. I mean, it's not real 3D, but like, it was an attempt at 3D.
Was Genesis? Where was it in terms to Dreamcast? Because that was the only Sega console I played.
What was it? Let me see. Pretty sure Genesis before that, huh?
I feel like it was before.
Let me see.
Dreamcast was actually a decent console. I remember playing some okay games on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Genesis was first. I mean, but yeah, it was an interesting game. The level design and all that really wasn't that bad, and neither the scenery was nice. Like the whole atmosphere of it. It's just the controls are so bad because Sonic is so slippery and too fast. You can like. You can't see where you're going because the camera is zoomed in. It's so far you can't see anything.
Sort of like Halo. The field of view on Halo was terrible. I had to like get a mod and manually like force the field of view out. It was so bad. It was so zoomed in you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, but you're so fast you can't see where you're going. You can't really stop that well because you slide. And then there's an ice level in this game, by the way, which makes you more slippery. Just think about that. But
I remember some good ice levels on. Here's a game that I played a lot on PS1 was Crash Bandicoot Cortex Strikes Back. I remember some of the ice levels were pretty weird, sliding around.
I mean, like,
but that game was actually well made. So
I also had Sonic Spinball. I wish I would have actually had one of the original Sonics, like Sonic 1 or 2 or 3, whatever.
Yeah,
because those were better. But I played that, and like that game really made me like Sonic, even though that game wasn't good. And I played mostly just Genesis games when I was like super small, and I have good memories with that. And I play that game Sonic 3D Blast every now and then, even though it's not good, just because of the memories. And then
it happens.
And actually, depending on how far you want to go, I played. Tf2 I actually played when I was decently young as well, except I played it on a super laggy computer. Like, I had been playing it for a little while before I met you. And I thought it was really cool when I got 2 backstabs with a spy. It was great. But,
yeah,
it was like on a... It was like a free-to-play heavy and a soldier or something.
I didn't start playing Team Fortress 2 until I was in college.
Well, yeah, it's a great game, though, man. But,
it was.
The other game, I actually played Halo 1 a lot on a kind of bad computer, and I played mostly the multiplayer. When I got my Xbox, I got it to play Halo Reach and Halo 4. So I played like a lot of my hours in games is just in Halo because I've always loved it since the beginning. And then now here we are. We have Halo 5, and I never hear anything about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
It's sad that they traded.
That's kind of why I'm excited to finish my playthrough of Halo and stuff. I mean, it's a legendary game. I really want to play through it. It's not gonna happen tonight because I'm already drinking and stuff. And I feel like it's a game that it's not even that it takes too much concentration to play, but like the levels individually just drag on a lot. So
yeah,
it's kind of something that I need to play sober.
Yeah. Also, another game I played when I was young was Plants vs Zombies. That's a good game. I don't know if you've ever played it.
That was one of your first games?
Well, not one of my first. It was like a little bit later down the line.
I don't remember Plants vs Zombies till I was like maybe a freshman in high school, I think.
Like, I don't even remember how old I was. I remember playing that game a lot. There's actually just a bunch of different games that I played. But my favorites and the most fond memories I have with Halo, that was great. Playing Halo Reach, I don't even know how many hours I put in that, man. And then Halo 1's campaign. Huh? Yeah, it was after 3.
Okay, yeah.
And I also play Halo 3 a good bit, but I just love Reach so much.
Played Halo 3 at Ryan's house a lot.
And believe it or not, I played Roblox a bit when I was a kid too.
Oh yeah, I have never touched Roblox in my life until I guess it would technically be last year. Whenever you got me to do it.
It's like... Okay, well, to give it some credit, back in the day, like, around the time it was made, I don't even remember when that was, there was like 2 good games on Roblox. but like if you're counting like the quality of all the other games, like in comparison, the quality of like two games was pretty good.
I can say that if I think about it, because it was like whenever I kind of heard about Roblox, I thought it was a lot newer than it was. When I see like the date that it was actually released and stuff, like that's kind of like sort of groundbreaking stuff. You're giving kids like an option to. I mean, it's not like I know it's kind of stupid, but like. I don't know what I'm trying to say. When I say groundbreaking, I don't mean like actually the technology in the game was just like, whoa, man, this is fucking amazing.
Dude, whoa,
but like,
Roblox, to be honest.
But like you were kind of giving kids like a sandbox to make their own games, you know, which is kind of like an interesting concept as like a younger, especially whenever you're talking about, oh, I'm 8 years old. Wow, I can make video games. Like, no, you're not really gonna make real video games. But to a kid, there's kind of that illusion of, wow, I'm making a video game. Like, I can kind of see that like wonder that it would bring to like a pretty young child, you know, like between the ages of 6 to 10.
It's actually it might be kind of exploitative, to be honest, because they charge you so much for the ability to make more than one game.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like, and I didn't know if that was something that was a feature from the start or not. But I was like, dude, like. You know, me being an adult, I'm playing this as a joke. Like, really, like I feel bad playing this for free. I don't even want to play this for free. You're telling me there's something where you're gonna charge me to do shit? And hell no. But like, to charge.
I think there was a Lifetime Builders Club that was like $300 or something, and then like you will instantly regret that.
I mean,
let me tell you,
like. I think that the game actually could be considered like revolutionary. When was it released?
Oh, let me see.
It's gotta be like mid 2000s. Like it's earlier than I thought. I thought it was like a post 2010 game, like maybe 2011, 2012.
2005. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So imagine 2005. Now, wow, at that time you have the ability to just make games and do all this shit. But the fact that it costs money is it's stupid. It's just stupid.
Well, it's like...
It'd be revolutionary, in my opinion, to kids if it was free to play, to at least be able to make games and stuff. Maybe, like, find another way to squeeze microtransactions, but they had not finally refined that microtransaction market yet, you know what I mean? All right, hold on. I actually want to look at chat for a second just to, you know... This is a topic that anyone can be involved in. I want to see. Hyrule's first console was a Sega Genesis, and the game that she played the most was a Pac-Man game, and you had to find food for the baby Pac-Man.
Oh, I remember that, I think.
I don't remember that, but it sounds amazing.
Wait.
And she says her first PS1 game that she played was Dino Crisis and Parasite Eve, and I have not played either of those games, I don't think. Frame Mac's first game in his life was Ice Climbers.
And then he puts a face.
Never played that.
Then he puts a stupid freaking hamster face.
Another childhood game that Hyrule remembers playing is Metroid Prime 3. Wait, I said 3 because of the face.
Oh my god,
yeah,
Prime. I thought it was Metroid Prime 3 as well.
Metroid Prime. God. That's a legendary game. That's actually a legendary game, Metroid
I thought Prime. It was 3 as well.
Yeah,
oh my
me
god.
too. I like. Okay, well at least I'm drinking. I have an excuse, right?
At least I'm drinking. I don't know what your excuse.
Me brain not working good, guys. Come on, I have like a physical reason. I mean, look at this.
I don't know. Wait, what was I saying before we looked at chat?
Metroid Prime is a great early childhood game, though.
I never played Metroid Prime, but
it has the respect of the gaming community.
Yeah, Roblox should have the respect of the gaming community.
Roblox, however, is that's like that's like
let me
that's
tell
like
you
10th prestige Call of Duty.
Let me tell you what I used to do is like, see, Roblox was free, right? And you're like a baby, so you're like, I don't have enough money to buy Minecraft, so I played Roblox Minecraft games.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I kind of get that too. Where you
and then eventually I bought Minecraft, and then I was like, why play Roblox anymore?
Okay, and I think we should have Minecraft as a topic on this podcast in the future.
I can't hear you again. Please.
You can't hear me at all?
Okay, I can now. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I can.
Okay, so basically all I was saying was I think in the future we should have Minecraft as a topic because it's something that there's people who think it's the greatest game ever, there's people who think it's the shittiest game ever, and there's people like me And to put it lightly, because I'm just gonna say it like this, because I honestly do have a lot more like I can really expand upon what I'm saying. It's not this simple for me, or it's a game that's not bad at all, but it's not great. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Yeah.
In my opinion, but there are things in it that I recognize as great and stuff. So I think it would be a good topic for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's look.
I could probably write that down really quick.
Yeah. Put that in the cord so we remember it for next stream. Hyrule's dad would sit and play it with you. He would play Metroid Prime. That's awesome. Your first computer game was a game called Empire Earth. Why is that familiar? Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. I feel like that's something that I know. Empire Earth. Why is that so familiar? Empire Earth is a series of so it's an RTS game developed by Stainless Steel. It had Sierra as a publisher. Sierra's a great publisher. The game in the series are historical RTS games that are similar to Age of Empires. So they're kind of like the first Age of Empires. So
yeah, AoE's great.
So like a decent, it seems like a decent RTS that was made early on. That's pretty cool.
That'd be a good game to play, like through his time.
Older brother is always upset to any game's playtime and hit console.
My older brother is always upset to any game's playtime
and hit console by his punch. I was scared. I would be pretty scared too if I hate it when
people hit me by their punch.
If my brother hit his console by his punch, I cannot tell you the amount of fear that I would be feeling. Okay.
Can I tell you the amount of fear my scared I would have?
Okay. Do we have anything else that we need to say before we wrap this shit up?
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Thank you for watching. This is the Half Drunk podcast. This was the first episode, and I think that it went all right. Maybe not perfect, but as far as a podcast that was basically completely designed graphically by a drunk person, and had the guest who is supposed to be the brains. Well, actually, a robot should probably be able to emotionlessly calculate all of his thoughts. I guess that's a good. I think it's a good duo, honestly. But you know what? I did my best. He did his best, and I think we did a good job. I had fun doing it. Like it was like I feel like I could have talked more about each topic if I really wanted to.
Yeah, but you don't want to also drag it. So
yeah, we have some improvements to do, but I think it was a good stream. Thanks for everyone who watched. Hyrule came in. Frame Max came in, surprisingly.
Which, by the way, just so everyone knows, there will be another one probably like every month. So
yeah, we'll figure out like the schedule, and as soon as we know, we'll let everyone else know. Cookie came in. The new follower, Rasta Pasta Masta. Killer Cookies. Anyone else who watched? There was a guy, I think he's still in, a new guy who is not a follower. He actually watched like for the last I would say 30 minutes at least. Appreciate you a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had 7 viewers for the last big part of it. Yeah, thanks. It was it was great. We're gonna end it now though. Peace, and I will be back live in about 10-15 minutes. I'll be playing a video game, and it'll be like my normal streams.
Video game time.
I still have I have quite a bit of beer left, so it's gonna get really bad. All right.
B3R, you mean?
B3R. Sorry. Love you all. Love you, Robotnick. Good job, man. Peace.